Good morning, Ed.
Good morning, Paul.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Tired.
Are you?
It's my own fault.
You're
I,
doing way too much, my friend.
no, I can't wind down like I usually do. I haven't been winding down at night.
Well, I was awake all night long watching TV myself. I doze off and wake up and the TV's on. Doze off, wake up, the TV was on.
I got back at 9 o'clock last night. I stopped at Jimmy John's and oh man, I should have. I'm glad I didn't get a ticket because I was flying down the interstate to get to Jimmy John's before they closed. But I wanted the sandwich they put out yesterday, and I I couldn't do the app while I was driving. I just couldn't get it done. So I pulled into the thing. They had like 8 minutes left before they closed, and got my sandwich.
Oh,
And
Brenda,
I was going like 85 down the interstate.
Giggles is here. Brenda's here. I was hoping to go catch a ship this morning because there's no wind, and I thought I might even try to take the Neo down there.
Don't do that. don't, don't, don't do that.
I don't know. I
I'm
see
telling
those
you.
guys. I see those guys flying them a long ways.
Well, that Neo's a piece of trash.
You don't like the Neo?
I'm mad. I'm mad with it. I tried to fly it inside. And I tried to fly it inside yesterday, and all it kept doing, it would take off and then land. It would automatically land.
Well, you suppose it's because you're not using your controller yet, your main controller that has the antennas on it.
I don't know. It's telling me that this everything I'm reading is saying that you got to have a real lighted area. But then Mike, I think it was Mike, either Mike or Flying Flynn, either text Mike Wright or Flying or John Flynn said that he was flying his in the dark room, and it flew perfect. And Lon
Well,
was complaining about the same thing. He
there
was
was
complaining
a
that
somebody posted the Mavic Air 3S and was comparing to the Neo night flighting, and it was doing just fine, but they were using the controllers.
I don't know. I got the controller coming in today, but outside it flies. But it for some reason the video looks different. I went out there yesterday and flew it, and I made sure I tried to stay fast. And it just looks like it. But when I looked at it in the goggles, it looked the same. So maybe it's just my computer making it look like that. It might just be the. But when I put it on YouTube, it looks better. So I don't know if it's something to do with just I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's got to be a technical issue.
Hey, here comes TJ.
You know. And speaking of technical, speaking of technical issues, hey DJ.
the so Paul, if you're wanting to fly your Neo, you should buy a golf cart like Johnny has, and just have it and just have it follow you while you're riding on the golf
I
cart.
used to have golf carts, but I don't anymore.
Uh,
You'll get to an age and stage in life where you're lucky if you can get food in the house and let the dog in and out. And
yeah,
getting old, TJ, enjoy whatever you want to do now, because as you get older, you get less and less.
Don't enjoy
yeah,
it too much though. Enjoy it half the way and save the other half of money.
yeah. There you go. There you go.
What you want?
No, but it's like it fly outside. It's no problem. It flies good. Inside, yeah, like I said, I take off. It hover for a second, then it starts drifting in land. Start drifting in land. Now that happened to Lon. So next time I see Lon in the chat, I'm gonna ask him what happened with his. And he said he thinks it was a
Maybe
problem with DJ with the drone.
maybe the satellites get lost when you go inside
Well,
or something?
that's the other thing. I didn't have any satellites. I wasn't catching any satellites inside.
Oh,
But still, the bottom
That-
sensors ought to hover.
yeah. That's probably what the problem is.
It's probably the satellites. You see, and that's the
Yeah.
main reason I want the drone to be able to fly it in here. If I can't get satellites, I can't do it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else has tried to fly it inside.
Everybody's flying it inside. I gotta
Oh,
ask
it is?
Johnny. You know, Johnny, you come in the chat, let me know.
I'm sure I'll
Because I
pop
think,
in.
yeah, he might
I
be lurking.
I just watched a
Johnny,
video where
Johnny's like related to Barkley.
yeah, I just watched a video of him where he had the Neo following him on his golf cart,
Yeah.
and Laney was driving.
But you see, that's the other thing. You saw when they were driving, when they slowed down, how it looked like a slinky effect.
Oh yeah,
That's the only thing that bothers me. It doesn't smoothly stay with you.
right.
Because I wanted to hover it in here and walk around and have it follow me in here. And I started to walk and it said landing. Landing.
Yeah, it looked like when Johnny was when it was following Johnny on the golf cart, when it came like really close, it almost looked like it was gonna crash right into the golf cart.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna pop him once.
Yeah. What's
What's
up, Mark?
up?
How
Come
you doing?
flying up quick.
How you doing this
Hey,
morning?
TJ.
What's
Well,
up, Mark?
it's middle of the afternoon, but yeah, fine, thank you.
Oh, okay.
We've
There you
actually
go.
got-
There's some nice night shots right there. Neo is on the left, and the Mavic 3 Pro is on the right.
Oh, that Neo
Oh,
sucks.
wow. Damn.
Yeah, I wouldn't use a Neo at night.
But there's the Neo
Yeah,
is
that's-
on the left, and the Mavic 3 Pro is on the right. I think it just depends on how much light you have.
See, now that don't look as bad.
Damn, that Neo is pretty high up.
Yeah, the Neo don't look bad now. It's different lighting.
Yeah.
I think my
And the thing of it is,
what
what I think the specialty is that see that there's the Neo there,
Yeah.
and that's just the Mavic 3 Pro. I think while it's you just have to see now the Mavic 3 Pro has better here, and here it is not so good.
I mean, it looks like in that picture right there that you just showed, it looks like the lighting. I don't know, like some pictures, the Neo.
It could just be the
with
color
lighting,
science.
the lighting is better in some of the pictures, and then like
Yeah,
the
it could be the settings because I shoot everything in auto, you know.
yeah. I wonder if that guy was using his phone or if he was using a controller to take the pictures with the Neo.
Well, as of right now, the verdict is out. You know, if I can't fly it indoors, it's like, why did I have it? You know. So I'll play with it again when I get the controller and wait and see if I can pick up satellites. Because when I had the Mini 3 Pro in here and I used to fly it in here, it'd take a while, but it would get the satellites. So if it take about a minute and a half to get satellites, if I get 2 or 3.
Isn't that one of the functions of a controller? Is that it also has the satellites embedded in it?
I don't think. I think it's all in a drone.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll see. I'll put it this way: the only thing that I'll be upset about, but I really won't be too upset about, is the fact that I bought that controller. If I wouldn't have bought the controller, I wouldn't feel as bad. I tried to hook it up to my phone. I got it hooked up to my phone to see if I could fly it with the phone, just by with the way the phone's set up. And like I said, as soon as it took off, it went right back. I took off from the sofa, it came up, and then it landed on a carpet. And then I did it again, and I took off next to me on the carpet, and it hovered for a second. It started to drift, and I tried to control it. It wouldn't let me control it, and then it went over, hit my recliner, flew across the room. You know?
Long had that problem. I think he
Yeah, I know.
mentioned it. He mentioned it to DJI, and they changed it, didn't they?
I don't know. That's what I don't know. I think it was John Flynn. It's either John Flynn or Mike Wright. I can't remember who was on. That said he
Mike-
flew his on a dark room and it worked.
Yeah, he said it was fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's the drone or if it's I don't know.
Mia
I was
wants to get
thinking
that.
that-
Be right back.
Yeah, I was
Have you
thinking
made
that the
sure-
sensors should be able to do something.
And he made sure the sensors underneath it are clean.
Yeah, double checked everything. And the video still, to me, looks like you may be going 8-9 miles an hour. But when you're looking at the video on the screen, it looks like it's going 4 miles an hour. Looks like it's a little slower.
Yeah,
It's got that slow look. I don't know why.
because it says it's got the same kind of problems that the Avata had over reflective surfaces.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I haven't done any reflective surfaces.
It needs to be over something with contrast to be able to get its positioning right.
All I know, if it don't start flying right, that sucker's gonna be contrasted right through the tugboat.
Yeah, Paul definitely don't want to be flying that Neo on a ship.
No, it won't do a ship, not properly.
It might land on the ship, but that's about all.
Yeah, I might land on there. Then bye Neo.
You'll be calling up, oh, this is Paul Murray. And you get my Neo and send it back to him.
Yeah.
But didn't Mike say
My
he took
drone
it
had
all-
landed on your ship, and it. Can you park it just for a moment, just so I can get it?
On your way back down, can you kind of get it to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't Mike take his all the way up to 400 feet?
Yeah, I thought so.
Because I think
I don't know. I'm not. I haven't had the time to fool with it enough. You know what I mean?
I think with the phone, it's limited to about 50 feet, isn't it?
I couldn't tell you.
I think it can go higher with the controller than it can with and further with the controller than it can with with the phone.
So what's your temperature like right now, there, TJ?
Oh shoot, it feels awesome out there. It's really windy, but let's see what the weather bug says. It's getting cool for sure. It says 75
Yeah.
degrees.
Yeah, I wish it was 75.
Yeah, that fall weather's starting to roll.
I can't understand how you can say 75 is cool.
I mean, with the wind blowing, it makes it cooler. And I guess 75 would be like would be not so hot, probably like in between, I guess.
Well, I'm glad I got a 720 camera, not a 1080. I mean, a 1080, not a 4K. Because I just coughed and something flew out my mouth. It was like a piece of phlegm. And I
Yeah.
tell you what, it was pretty nasty looking.
Ugh. Yeah,
That was
it's
what I
kind
was
of
choking on.
Yeah, it's nuts when you wake up, you're making all these all the old man noise like.
Wait a minute. You calling me an old man?
Making all these crazy noises.
You calling me an old man?
Well, I'm old. Shit.
Okay, well, hold on a minute.
I'm old.
You get a special one this morning.
61 here.
No,
61.
let me tell you why I'm coughing. Last
And
night, the football
71
game, I'm out in the middle of a
humidity.
freaking cow
Oh
field.
yeah, from all the wet, probably like the weather and stuff going on, and like whatever else
Guess
was
what?
going
Guess
on.
what the temperature was when I left the field last night? 48.
Oh, 48. Holy shit.
Yeah, 48.
Damn.
Yeah, that's cold.
Woke up this morning, just north of me, it was 39. Right now it's 40, 44.
Wow.
61 we've got. It's
Yeah, I
weird.
sat down above me. I got a ceiling fan. And I let it always go real slow. I sat down this morning, turned it on, and I turned my light. I sat here and I went, "Oh hell no!" Reached up there and turned it off. You ain't staying on today. Hey, Brenda.
Brenda.
Hey, Brenda, you got Brian. Who else? Edward.
Yeah,
That's it.
Brian's in here. Brenda, Ed's in here.
That's all I see.
That's about it.
Johnny's probably
Yeah.
lurking.
Yeah, Johnny's probably lurking somewhere. I'm gonna show you all this video I did the other day. All right, here we go.
I like that. It's good.
Playing with the cranes, man. Playing with the cranes.
Is that you, Brian?
Yeah.
Stay away from the pole.
I know.
Don't let me see a pole. I get PTSD.
Look how pretty the ocean is. Look how pretty. Here we go to the crane. Here we go. Woo! Then at some point I heard an alarm and I was like, oh, I better evacuate. Yeah, it was about like right here where I heard the alarm. And I was like, oh no, better leave the premises. One more time through the crane. I was kind of disappointed because there's this little building right here that had columns going down. I wanted to fly through there, but I missed it. see it like right about in there. I wanted to fly in between there, but not. Damn it! Huh.
Whoa, you almost at the top of that. Please go.
Coming in for the landing. Ta-da.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, I texted Alex and I was like, "Hey man, go check out my video." And then he went to go watch it and he was like, "Nice shoes."
I was gonna say something about that.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Where Paul go? Who's he
I don't know,
feeding
probably
right
went-
now?
Probably Mia.
Feeding somebody. He's feeding a dog, or he's feeding the
The
squirrel or
squirrels,
skunk?
yeah, going to pinch some peanuts.
Chipmunks or the skunk?
Where's Paul? There should be
Dog
like
show
a bell of some kind where you hit it, goes ding dong, ding dong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't
Rename
had
the-
the baby all week because they've been doing stuff. And this morning she said she had to go to another daycare today to go look at. So I don't know.
Oh,
I'm getting the
you're-
baby today.
How many daycares did your daughter?
Yeah, she just went to look at two of them, one yesterday and one today. The
Oh,
one
okay.
today is the one she wants to send it to. So she got to double check it.
Oh, gotcha.
But shoot, I got up this morning. I was looking through my text messages. I had a text messages yesterday I didn't even see. I gotta
Oh, yeah.
leave my phone. I turn my phone off and I don't turn it back on. So I don't see them till after because I don't hear them when they go off.
Yeah,
And,
I think they were Ed, but I wasn't really sure. I didn't really see them moving at the time when I was flying, but maybe they were. They were just kind of moving slow at the time. So
but I got the message. It was from God darn it, Go Sports. It's spelled GEAUX Sports, Louisiana. And they called me. They needed pictures for Nate Shepard. They're doing an article and it goes out today.
oh, nice.
So I called him up at 7:30, and I said, "Hey, I just got the message. You good, right?" And he says, "Yeah, I'm not putting an article out for about another 2 hours." So
Oh.
I just sent him 4 pictures, and he just sent me back and said, "Man, thanks. I love him."
Sweet. Oh yeah.
So my pictures of Nate Shepard not only getting into the paper this year, but it's getting into like a Sugar Bowl. Sugar Bowl did a athlete of the month. Is getting into Gold Sports because I'm the only photographer who does these things. It just gets
Hey,
me a little more advertising.
Do you know who Liam Payne is?
No.
No. Because, like, I don't know. There was something on my TV it's showing a picture. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? I guess he had, like, died or whatever. Well, I got this news app. It said, did Liam Payne foreshadow his own death? And I don't even know who that guy is.
I couldn't tell you. So, Paul, let me show you a picture I shot last night. I shot this from all the way across the field. Okay.
Wow.
All the way
That's
across the field.
That's a pretty awesome shot.
Yeah, he was going up to pick the ball. It was an interception. And he didn't catch it though, but he tried. He did everything he could to catch it.
Is this Nate Shepard guy?
No, this is another guy.
Oh.
But he did everything he could. That ball stayed in the air till he was on the ground, and then when it came down, he still almost caught it. Yeah, I got 4 back-to-back shots on it. But when I saw him going up for it, I said, I gotta burst this one a little bit to stay with it in case he picked it. But it was I was about 55 yards away from that. That's how good my lens is.
Liam
But you're talking
Payne,
about a chippy game last night, a junior varsity game. There was almost 3 fights in it.
Liam Payne is one of the guys out of One Direction.
Oh, is that who it
Oh
is?
yeah, that's who it is. That's
Yeah.
it.
So he was a sing like a boy
Dancer.
band singer.
No, dancer.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Is that the guy that just died yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you see, I heard the name 15 times yesterday, and I didn't recognize it. So tells you
Yeah,
how much
like-
I pay attention.
He
Yeah, I
fell
know.
fell off a hotel balcony.
It was
Oh,
only,
he fell off a
he was,
ho- was he-
he
was
was
he-
only 31 years old.
Was he inebriated at the time, or?
I
They
don't
They
know.
haven't
that
said
he's-
anything
he's-
yet.
He's known to use drugs.
Oh,
He
Maybe
could have
he
he
thought-
could have
maybe
thought he was
he could fly.
Superman or Wonder Woman, one or the other. He could identify as Wonder Woman.
What did you say, Kurt Cobain?
Yeah, he
Or
should
Wonder
have jumped off.
Woman? Or Wonder Woman? Let's see if I could fly. Definitely not.
Yeah, I had a stepson. I had a stepson in my first marriage, and the guy saw a Superman movie. The kid, he was like 7 years old, and decided he was going to go jump off the fence, off the it was the clothes rack in the back. It was like a T-rail. He climbed
Yeah.
on it, and he was going to jump and fly over the fence. Right. All I'm put it to you this way: when we heard the scream, okay, we went out there, and I looked at him and said, "You got to be kidding me! How the fence has the prongs on the top." Yeah, he
Yeah.
was stuck up there where it went through his arm in a couple places.
Oh, God.
You had to pick him up off of it, take him
Oh.
off of it.
Damn.
And he screamed a little bit more. But he pinned himself up there.
Damn.
He didn't,
So
he
he went-
really
he went to
wasn't
go-
injured. He was lucky.
So he went to go see a Superman movie, then came back and jumped off the clothesline?
Yeah, and thought he could be Superman.
Damn.
He's lucky that was all that happened to him.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was a hotel in Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires, Buenos.
Weenus.
Buenos. Oh, I got 180 pictures to do, and I'm finished. I don't feel like doing them. I'm like, I don't feel like I did 270 last night. It's only about an hour's work, but I don't feel like going through them right now. And it's gonna be fast because I only have 2 players. So if I don't see the number, I just go to the next picture.
Well, there you go.
So it's about probably a half-hour work. But I don't feel like doing it. I get like that sometimes.
Yeah.
I'll do it later. Then later I'll say, damn, why didn't I finish?
Later comes like, I still don't feel like doing it. I'll do it later. I'll do
No,
it
later I get mad I didn't do them already. Why didn't I do them earlier?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's use your voice. Why didn't I do them earlier?
That's like, what did I do there?
But I was saying, Paul, I don't know if I'm getting the baby today because I know she's got another daycare to bring it, and she wants to bring it to him. And yesterday she went to school and didn't bring the baby. So it's like, and tonight I got the parade at 6 o'clock. I gotta be out there for about 5 just to get a parking place because it's gonna be packed.
Hi,
Is there,
JDS.
is there always a parade going on? Because I feel like every time you're on here, you're talking about a parade. Like, is there always a parade?
Louisiana
going on?
Louisiana have a parade of everything.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Hey, it's Sunday. The Saints didn't fumble the ball. Let's have a parade.
I know. Hey, it's Friday. Let's just have a parade for nothing and just throw candy and blooms and whatever else off the damn thing off the friggin' what do you call those things? The things that are
Yeah, the floats, the floats.
yeah, the floats, yeah.
Yeah, but Mardi Gras today, Mardi Gras. It's Mandeville's homecoming, so they're having a homecoming parade. And they've never done it before. This is the third year they're doing it. So
Everyone
because I've
loves
made the mistake of videoing it the first year, I guess I got to do it every year.
everyone loves a parade.
Isn't that a song?
I think so. I think
Yes,
it
sir.
might be. Everyone loves a parade.
And Don's just he's being sarcastic. He already knows that.
Isn't that a song? we'll have to research
This
this.
deal.
Thank you, Joe. I feel seen.
Well, I hate shooting at Hammond High. First off, it's a cow pasture. It seems like it used to be it's a big open field. It's got holes everywhere. Feels like cows are walking through it. And then the lights, they've got incandescent lights and some lights. They got tungsten lights and some lights. They got fluorescent lights, and they're mixed. So sometimes you get into a picture and you have a perfect exposure. You get to the next picture, it's completely blown out.
Uh-huh. And your color correction is going to be off depending on where you're shooting because you can have pools of different color.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I don't feel like doing this right now because I've got 5 straight together that came out perfect. I got one that's completely blown out, so I got to adjust it.
You just white balance to your subject and let the other color be wonky.
Yep.
What you making this morning, Don? What you got cooking?
I'm making coffee.
Making
But-
coffee?
I'm making coffee, but I will show you my peppers. I don't know if you guys can see this.
I saw them yesterday. What they look like today?
They are fermenting like crazy. I don't know if you can
Oh,
see how
yeah,
much they've
yeah.
risen.
Yeah, I saw that.
They're floating. So I'm gonna have to stir
Oh,
that
wow.
down. Let's see if I crack that open, if you can see the bubbles.
Yeah.
See those
Now
bubbles?
oh yeah. So after it's done fermenting, do you take all the peppers out of there and just leave the juice, or
No, after they're done fermenting, I will drain off the juice and put the peppers through a blender and puree it. With just enough of the juice to get it to actually blend. Then after that's done, put that through a wire mesh to get out the larger
Drain it out.
pieces and just make it a little more smooth consistency.
is
At that
one of
point,
the-
I will do whatever I need to alter the flavor to my preference. And then I have 2 choices at that point. If it's not a lot and I plan on using it quickly and giving it away and everything, I'll be done. If it's something I'm going to keep for the next year and use, it'll need to be boiled to stop the fermentation process. Because you don't want jars blowing up in your refrigerator.
Yeah.
But that being said, if you want to leave it fermenting longer, flavors, it gets a little wonky at first, and then after it gets a certain point, the flavors start getting really sublime.
Whoever came up with that word wonky?
Willie?
Willy Wonky.
Willy Wonka. That's what I
Willy
said,
Wonky.
Willy Wonka.
Willy
Willy
Wonky.
You have to shake his wonky every morning.
Willy Wonky. That's funny.
Oh, Colin, you should smell this. It's just.
It's like heaven, isn't it?
It's hot.
Probably opening your sinuses up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you, I have been taking quick little taste of the brine. It is,
Squirrely. Honky means
Oh,
squirrely.
it'll knock you on your boo boo. That's for sure.
Off your
Well-
boo boo.
Donald, didn't you say it's better than sex?
They didn't say
No,
that.
The taste is orgasmic.
I remember the last. I remember the last time I tasted hot sauce.
I got that.
Oh my gosh, that's hot. It makes so good.
It's not to the point where it like burns your tongue off, does it? No.
Oh,
Good.
Ronnie.
I like hot. I was down at what's the Pepper Palace in Branson. I tried their hottest hot sauce the other day. This is hotter,
Oh wow.
I think.
Well, you sound like Joe. Joe loves his hot sauce too. Right,
Yeah,
Joe?
sometimes. That's
Sometimes.
sometimes.
Look at
Sometimes,
that
I use it, sometimes I don't.
You're always squirting that hot stuff on your food.
Sometimes for
Yeah.
breakfast, I'll throw it on there. Today I didn't.
Oh yeah, hot sauce on your eggs.
Oh, yeah.
I put what's that one?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, that stuff.
It's you know, yeah. It's
Put the the thing. Come on, man, you know the
yeah,
thing.
Joe, it's hot sauce.
Come on, I'm serious here. Come on. Sometimes I do the thing, you know, the thing.
Yeah, the thing, you know the thing. And if I get when he gets done with the thing, he licks his fingers.
that
Yeah.
I get a good morning hug.
Oh, what's that other
I
red,
get a
that
good morning
other,
hug.
that red sauce?
Good morning, buddy. Mm.
Oh,
the one,
you got
the one-
company in the kitchen there, Don.
Yep.
Well, you put a little of that hot sauce on the kid's finger.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, I'm not
let
cruel.
her taste it. Let her taste
Yeah.
it.
You'll go from favorite grandpa to the tortured grandpa.
Mhm.
Oh, what the heck is that sauce? The one with the rooster on it? It's got like a little rooster.
That's a good way of putting it. God bless America. DJ is a human.
That's funny. That's pretty good, Ronnie. That's pretty good. That's funny. What is that?
Precious is saying good morning to everybody.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ronnie, what's up? Now, okay, who is Can Fix Stuff again? Is that JDS?
Hi. Say
It's
hi.
that
Hi.
daggum sriracha sauce is what I'm thinking of.
Sriracha? What?
Find my phone.
Sriracha.
They got a new one that came out, Tabasco put out. It's called
Tabasco's
Scorpion.
put out a new
Happy
flavor,
Steel.
It's called Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't found it
that's
yet.
That's it too, Ronnie. That's it too. But it's actually called sriracha sauce. But I don't know.
Cockadoodle sauce.
Cockadoodle sauce.
It'll leave you just crowing.
That's funny.
Or the scorpion sauce, Joe, could be, it'll leave you with a sting in your butt, you know?
A sting in your butt. When you go to
Yeah,
take a
they do.
poop, it's like, oh, the burn, the burn.
I was stung by the scorpion.
Stung by the scorpion. That I am indeed, Ronnie. That I am indeed.
You're indeed what?
A hoot.
I'm waiting.
A hoot and a half.
So, Paul, did you watch that interview last night?
Yeah.
I wish Randy was in here. I'll ask him about it.
Yes.
Well, you know what? The word
Right.
today
What?
with the liberal press, she did just fine. She got all her points across. She took care of it.
Yeah, I heard that. You never answered the question.
No,
She's
Look,
nice.
I'm allowed to.
You wet?
Mark, what is your dog barking at this morning or this afternoon or whatever?
hot sauce.
He's barking at hot sauce.
I'm eating a sausage sandwich and I want some.
Better. Oi. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, I watched it last night while I was editing. Because they showed it again last night. And I tell you what,
The Carmella interview.
yeah,
I didn't see it.
I'll put it this way. If anybody was on the fence and they watched that last night and they're being completely honest, they need, I tell you what you're going to see. You're going to see an ad come out real quick because they asked about, I can't remember what the question was, but she came out and she said, well, Donald Trump, and she talked about Donald Trump, and she says, you have to be responsible for your administration. I think that was the worst thing she could have ever said for herself, because
Yeah, but
they're going to show everything that happened and say you have to be responsible for your administration.
She went on.
That's gonna
She
be
went
the-
on to pretty much say that they didn't do anything wrong. That it was all the wrong
Oh, yeah.
stuff happened because of Trump.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
Wait.
Yeah, she said the border bill. They said, well, you got all these people in like this, and she says, well, we had the border bill that we put in right after we took the oath of office, and he stopped it. First off, they stopped everything he did to fix it. It was all that's when she said it. That's when she said you have to be responsible for your administration. They're the ones that did everything, not Trump. It's all right. It's gonna.
Yeah, on the national news, they're talking about. They were make the comment about what the hell is he talking about? When did she know that he wasn't up to being the president anymore? That he wasn't psychologically there with it. And she
Yeah,
says, I
meaning
never
Biden.
saw that. He was just
And she
fine."
said he's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
That right there tells you, stop. You know, why was he taking off the ticket? You know? Yeah, I don't feel like fooling with this picture right now. Picture drive me crazy.
Ronnie's talking about the saddest part is people actually believe her lies and bullshit. And I
Oh,
guess
yeah.
I know.
She's got a
his-
No, it's not that they believe him. They don't like Trump. So they'd rather cut their nose off to spite their face. That's what my mama would say.
I don't know, man. I think Trump will, like, if he gets back in office, I think he'll do a whole lot better job than damn Biden will.
Oh, I
Well,
guarantee you.
the thing of it is that
But the person what I took it there.
the thing that we should all remember is how good it was 4 years ago
That's
compared to today.
and
And all of those people that they're putting on there that were supposed Republicans who have switched over and are voting for Kamala.
that was didn't like
Yeah.
at all. Being vicious.
Are just nothing more than turncoats because they all miss having their power. They don't have the power anymore.
Right.
But wasn't
Yeah.
Trump was in office before, right? And then he
Oh yeah, he was
Then he-
president.
and then he got out or something. But how come he got out in the first place?
Biden beat him.
He lost in the re-election.
Yeah, that's when they had all of when he was leading in Pennsylvania, and all of a sudden they stopped counting the votes and come up with all these boxes of votes out of they were underneath shelves. They just started pulling boxes out, and all of those every one in every box was for Biden. No.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you? There's no way if you have 1,000 ballots come in, all 1,000 are going to be for Biden.
That's crazy. Ronnie said Ronald McDonald has won more delegates than Carmella.
But, that's the thing of it is Camilla she ran for president way back
Funny.
when, and she didn't get any votes.
No, she ran to become the delegate,
The delegate,
and
yep.
she didn't get anything. That's what I'm saying. How could she, that's what everybody was saying. How can you, how do you qualify if when you were in it, nobody wanted you there, but yet all of a sudden they're going to say, oh, this is the one. And then she had the worst record. Nobody liked anything she did. She's like 22%. Now she's like
when
90%.
Don's standing there with his arms back around like that, looks like he's holding a baby. Oh, he's on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his other baby.
What's up,
Good morning,
Dre? How you
Dre.
doing? How you doing this morning?
Oh, not bad, TJ. Not bad. How about you?
I'm here, so
Well, good. I see Paul and Joe giving you a civics class.
yeah, just a little bit, just a little bit.
Well, TJ gets a little confused. He's not really sure what it's all about.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do get a little confused at times. Like, what?
You guys catch Russ's video last night?
Yeah, that's all.
And Dobos?
That's all Russ's.
Yeah. Dobos video, he was little perturbed. I have to give him applause, a tip of the cap for not going over the top upset. But I guess Customs been sitting on his Air 3S for 2 or 3 weeks. They won't release it.
Well,
Yeah.
why won't they release the Air 3S? Like, what's the? I read a little bit of.
He's gonna tell you.
I'm about to tell you now.
Dre will tell you.
Apparently, there's been been a policy in effect for a little while, which is basically aimed at China labor market. And they're stating that DGI is on this list of using forced labor, basically slave labor, to produce its products. So anything that comes in overseas from these listed companies or regions of other countries may not be able to enter into the U.S. if they fall under this labor stipulation. So they are they've been sitting on
DJI
these
right now.
areas.
If they're gonna do that, then you better go out and get DJI right now so you can keep that slavery goodness. Get one of the current models.
I think there's like a couple
Russ-
other people.
Rid of it. It's kind of like when they got rid of the tuna. When they got rid of the dolphin and the tuna, it doesn't taste good now. You want to go out and get that dolphin tuna and go get those slavery
Yeah,
drones.
it had a better texture.
Yeah.
Wasn't as fishy.
But I would suggest watch 51 drone video. Russ goes into very good detail of all the ins and out of this policy. That's kind of like when it's always like finding one of those obscure laws when they can't find nothing else. You know,
Yep.
and this has been sitting there for a while, so it's not something brand new that just got enacted. This has been sitting around, and they decide to use it for this purpose.
Yep.
I know like a couple other people had ordered the Air 3S. I know Joey from Jaybird had ordered his. I think he had posted on Facebook and said that I think it should arrive tomorrow, I think.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can say it's just odd that, you know, there's been a few people, because like I said, we saw Billy Kyle got his and already had it for a couple of weeks. Russ already had his. The guy Rick already had his. The guy down in Texas, he used to do the spin up. He had.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about Kelly?
Yeah,
Kelly
what's his
Shores?
name?
Yeah, Kelly Shores had his. So I mean, there's been several people who got them, don't know which port it came in or why they got theirs, and Dobos is still sitting in the port in Florida. So I can say it's not consistent. That's why I say it's not consistent. So I know it's not across the board. So somebody down in Florida got a wild character behind and decided, okay, we're gonna do this now.
And DJI addressed the issue and said that they're produced different places. Has nothing to do with that.
Right. But like I say, now I guess they've already submitted documentation. But like I said, somebody in Florida got a wild hair up their butt and says, "No, we're not going to release this until whenever." So I can say if that's the policy, it needs to be consistent across all ports and not some people picking and choosing what ports they're going to use this policy or not.
Yes.
Yeah, that's me.
It's political.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's the sad part. If it's going to be a policy, it should be across all ports in the United States, not just pick and choose. Because, like I say, when you order something, you don't get to decide what port it shows up in.
Yeah, but you know what? The luckiest part is people that live on the border with Canada can go over there and buy one.
Yeah, well, that's just my whole point, Paul. Because if it's a universal policy, that means no matter how it got to a port or border crossing, it would be held. If you bought in Canada, it would not be allowed to come into the United
Well,
States.
you can't ship it here, but you can go pick it up and bring it in, because you can bring in anything under $1,500 and you don't have to declare it. Or is it $3,000? You don't have to declare it.
Yeah, like it doesn't seem fair, like how other people got theirs and Debo, hasn't gotten his yet.
I'm crying him a river.
Lance.
Crying in the river.
Hey, Lance, don't buy a Neo.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Lance, Dre, Ronnie.
Yeah, but
Hey,
he's not sure whether or not to buy a Neo.
What
I'm
did you
not
do,
happy with it
Joe?
right now.
He'll know
what
more
did you do?
today. He can. It doesn't like to fly in the house in the dark.
No, it wasn't even in the dark. You know, it was light enough that my Air 2, my Mavic 3 was flying it.
And what did it do? Just lose control?
Take off and land. Take
It
off.
took off, and then it said something, and all of a sudden lands. And then it took. I had to take off and using the motion controller. It drifted and landed, and then I took off with the phone. It got up, drifted real fast, hit my chair, flipped over, and landed. You know.
Yeah.
It's
So
like-
it wasn't in my mind.
I'm thinking it's GPS.
It's the GPS. It wasn't sensing the satellites.
I had one satellite. I'm
Yeah,
thinking it's
inside, I
the
would
satellite.
think. Yeah.
But also, I've flown the Mini 3 Pro in here with two satellites, and it worked.
It's not supposed to need satellites to fly
Yeah,
indoors.
that's what I'm saying. It's supposed to be working off the sensors.
Hmm.
Well, see, I don't know enough about it, as you know. Is it in a settings, or can you go into settings and put it in auto flight, or?
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna play around with it today.
Because I watch a lot of these guys that are flying. They're flying it like an FPV drone. They're doing the angles, the ups, the flips, and all that kind of stuff. And I know you have to go in order to change a setting in order to get it to do that. So I'm just wondering.
Yeah, it's just FPV or Horizon Steady or Rock Steady. The only two things. If you want to fly manual, you got to change everything.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, like I said, when I'm flying with the outside, it just seems that when I'm loading it on the computer, I got it on the computer, it just looks like it's not showing me. It's not showing me the what you call it. The same. It doesn't show me the speed I saw I flew at. Looks like it's slower. Like the video picked it up slower. Now I'm shooting at 4K 30. I may go to 1080 60 and see if that makes a difference.
And there's no slow motion on option?
A setting.
No, I'm going all through them.
Okay.
Going on, and then I think I have it in my life.
Because I know when I fly my Mavic and I turn it to slow motion, obviously it replays in slow motion. But maybe you got a special drone, Joe.
Yeah, I've got a
You
special one. Right?
when you ordered, you said, "You know who I am." They gave you the works.
Yeah.
They gave you the works.
That's the ones that went to Target. The Targets are special.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
In fact, I'm at a pumpkin patch right now, waiting for sunrise. It's going to be in about a half an hour.
Oh, you're gonna
And
fly
when I
a
pulled
pumpkin
in-
patch?
When I pulled in, there wasn't a corn maze, and I went up to the counter and I told the guy, "Do you know who Joe Trevor Troern is?" And they said, "We've got a maze for you," and they pointed over there. So they
You said my
set me
name
right
wrong, so I guess that's why I didn't know.
Treble Troern.
Yeah,
Treble
Captain
Troern.
Joe sent me.
How do you say your last name?
Yeah, keep it in Captain Joe is easy.
Treble Troern. Treble Troern.
Yep.
Trouble drones.
Trum.
Funny.
Trouble with drones.
Troern. How do you say your last name, Joe?
Trombator.
Trombator.
Or Trombatori
Trombator.
is actually the right way.
He's Italian, huh? He's Italian.
It's
It's
Italian.
supposed to be Trombatori.
Trombatori.
And like I said, they set me right up. In fact, I saw the maze being grown right before my eyes.
Hey,
They do it
Lance,
overnight,
what was it? Hey, what was it? Was it pretty amazing?
It was. Hey, did you guys
That's
see
an art
the
joke.
super moon? Did you guys see the super moon this morning?
No, I
I
didn't
saw it
see
last night.
last
Do we have
night.
another one?
I got pictures of it last night.
Yeah, I got pictures of it this morning. After my walk, I came in and my wife said, "Super moon." I said, "Yeah, I know, I saw it." So
62,
I
don't stop.
ran up and grabbed my 300 millimeter prime handheld and gave it a whirl. One 1,600 of a second. Gosh, I can't even say it.
Mm.
ISO 100 at f4.
All we saw
got
last
two
night
technical.
was rain.
Cloudy in your neck of the woods, Mark?
It was raining nearly, well, from evening till early morning. Now we've got sunshine. It's crazy.
Okay. Well, sunrise is at 7:30, but there are a lot of clouds to the east, so it might not be. I'm hoping I just want it to get light enough to where I can launch my drone and get a.
You're gonna
picture of
fly
maze.
you're gonna fly the Avata 2 through the maze?
I am, but not today. I'll probably do that in November when they close down the pumpkin patch. And then
Oh
I
yeah,
can-
because everybody's like doing like going through the
Yeah.
maze stuff like that.
Yeah, but
And-
that time of the morning, I don't think anybody's in the maze.
No, they're
Oh,
not. But I want to do it because I was here last year at this about the same time, and I parked in their parking lot because they had it unlocked. I don't know why. There was a guy working in the fruit stand. He was getting ready to open, and I pulled in and I pulled my drone out and I launched it, and I'm quite a ways from the fruit stand, probably 100 yards, and he comes walking over to me and really polite and says, we don't want drones, flying here. I said, okay. And so he walked away and I kept it up for another 2 minutes and landed. He was real polite about it. And
Well,
so
you
now
didn't.
I'm off.
You didn't drop Joe's name to him, or what?
At that point, I didn't know that it would work, but this year it'll work.
It'll work. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
but now I'm parked off the property.
Do you
and
know
I'll
who
launch-
I am?
I'll launch off the property. So,
Uh,
do you know who he is? He's from Louisiana. He wrestles alligators for a living.
and he told me it was okay that I could fly here.
No. Joe doesn't wrestle alligators. Joe wrestles raccoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe and his raccoon buddies.
Rocky Raccoon.
Wait, what happened with that? Was there an actual like raccoon?
Yeah,
Did
he
actually
goes out and flies, and they all come up and run and jump on his legs and stuff. And
Yeah, I had to hit him with my fishing pole.
Seriously, up here about a week ago, they had a news.
oh
There's
wow!
a
look
moon
at
from
this.
last night.
A
Wow, that's
lady was
amazing.
feeding. Yeah, that's nice. A lady was feeding raccoons, and about a week later, there were just under 200 raccoons in her yard, and they had to come. Animal control had to come and kind of gather them up and take them off. That was a good shot, Joe.
Wait, was that you, Paul, or Joe, or somebody shared a
Thank you.
video one day where the guy was sitting on his porch and all the raccoons were like coming up to him or whatever?
that's on YouTube.
Oh, is it? I'm one of y'all like shared a video of a guy like sitting on his porch with a bunch of raccoons like climbing all over him and whatnot.
What
I think
did
that might have been you.
What
Might have
lens
been
did
you.
you shoot with that with, Joe?
Say it again.
What lens did you shoot the moon with? That one you
The
shoot with?
120-300.
300.
Yeah, the 120-300
Oh,
2.8.
Okay, a variable lens. Okay.
Right, and I shot it. I actually shot it at 1,000 of a second, 3.2, 10,000 ISO.
It's warm today.
Go look at my Facebook page. That was shot at 100 ISO. That was a
Yeah, I
300.
didn't do anything different last time. I was shooting the game. I didn't want to change nothing. I just snapped it. I'll go look at it in a minute. But tonight's supposed to be the real supermoon.
Oh, is it? Okay, I'll
Yeah, tonight's
Take a look
supposed to be
over.
tonight because it's the parade tonight.
With
But
a
I'm not gonna stay out to see it tonight.
with a zoom lens, every full moon's a super moon.
Yeah, yeah. Tonight is supposed to be the largest of the year.
the difference, you can't even tell the difference with the lens.
That's funny.
Don knows how to make you laugh. There's no doubt.
Yeah. You turn that switch right on. That's funny.
Where the hell is games at?
The Don, if you notice, every time you come on, you crack TJ up.
Yeah. He's always got like some kind of joke or something funny to say, like in his mind or in the back of his mind. Like he's just waiting for the right moment to say it. I just burst out in laughter.
I don't always have something back there. Those are the times when I'm quiet. I sit quiet for a lot of times.
And you're thinking, what can I say or do to make TJ laugh?
TJ is going to come on here and tell you he's reading your mind.
Yeah. So one of my coworkers yesterday, my boss came up to me and asked me if I wanted a shift lead position, and I told him I was kind of about it because, like, I don't know why, like I don't know why I don't have confidence in myself. And he told me it was like pretty easy, and it's gonna, like, right now I'm doing like 15 something an hour, and this was when Justin was on, and I told him, and he told me to ask my boss if he could bump me up to 18. I asked him yesterday. He said no, so it'd probably be like 17.50 something an hour with the shift lead. So I filled out the application and all that stuff and said that that it wouldn't start till like November 1st. And one of my coworkers said, TJ, when a customer comes up to you, you can't be like,
well, you can tell them that's part of your charm.
That was pretty good. That was funny. That's great. Excuse me, can you help me with something?
Just follow the clapping hands.
That's funny.
They won't need to page you on the PA. They'll just listen for the laughing.
Yeah. Dude, our store is so small. Like, I'll just like burst out and laugh for everyone in the whole entire store, and the guys in the pharmacy can hear me laughing so loud. Oh, that's funny.
So what did I miss?
TJ laughing.
Well, that's a daily thing.
Well, you know what, Dre, I don't know if you've heard it or not, but his wife was on there saying that it bugs the hell out of her because he wakes up in the middle of the night when doing one of those laughs.
Looks like I will be running the train Saturday.
I got
Choo-choo.
do one at the lodge.
The church across from the lodge.
All right.
I've got a thing at the lodge, not this weekend, but the following weekend. But this weekend, they're going to be doing a early trunk or treat up at the church.
Mhm.
Are you the grand poobah, Don?
No.
I've never really experienced a trunk or treat before. Like I've always hear people talk about them. Like maybe I've seen them just like driving by. Like, what are they doing?
Well, now you know you got to stop and go trick or treat. Hey, hey.
Hey, TJ, just get some candy, go throw it in the trunk of your car and tell your wife come out and ask for candy.
Yeah.
We're doing trunk or treat.
Yeah, because I think last year we I went out and got a bunch of candy and like we hardly got any trick or treaters come to the door.
So you got to eat it all.
Yeah, pretty much. Chow down on all the candy.
He's like, "Can I have a piece of candy?" His wife's like, "Bring your costume.
Put your costume on. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Get your
Go
costume."
outside and let them
Costume
go.
on.
Okay. Here comes a dude that works there. He pulled right in.
Yeah.
See if he chases me off.
Go fly from across the street.
That's where I'm outside the boundaries now. So
Hey, tell him good luck.
You can't tell me what to do. Call the cops. You know who I am.
Yeah, there you go.
You know who Joe is? Oh God. Joe said you can't run me off.
Right, for the dishwasher to come off.
Uh-huh.
Move the wash machine, bring it back up.
Yep, TJ's going to be a shift leader.
Shift lead, yeah. I get to count the money and all the other
Did
stuff
you
that comes
say-
along with it.
did you say SHIT?
No, he said he
Yeah.
meant to say Count de Monet. Monet.
Hey TJ, you kind of like this. One for you, one for me,
Yeah,
one for you, one for me, one for you, two for me.
And he gets up to 5 or 10 and he goes, oh, I got to start over again. One for you.
One for me. One.
You
One for me.
pick up on that, Don?
Yeah, the one or Count de Monet or the
Yeah, Count de
Count
Monet.
the
Yeah.
Monet.
yeah Count de Monet.
It's a Monet.
Count the money. No, Count de Monet.
Count de
So
Monet.
history,
Count
that's
the
from
And
History of the
if
World
it's-
Part 1.
If it's silver, he calls it Count the Moan B.
Moanby. Moanby. And I get a key to the store too, so I have to open and close sometimes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Don't forget to lock the door.
I know. And I'm like, oh
Stop.
damn, I forgot to close the door. Like you come in the next morning, what the hell are all these people doing in here?
No.
Why is the store why is the
It would
store
help. You'd have to have a sign printed up says self-serve today.
yeah. Like why is the store so empty? Where did everything go? Did I
I
come
guess
in
this is
here?
the next door they're closing.
Yeah. Yeah, I did ask my boss that, and he said he didn't think so, that was one of the stores that was going to close. I did ask that question yesterday, and he's like, I don't think so. But I guess they're going to, corporate or whoever is going to look and see. I mean, our store's been doing pretty good, but other stores haven't been doing good as ours, so.
Well, that's because they don't have you.
Yeah, I know. Like I told him when I first moved down here, there was a Walgreens store literally like I could literally like walk there like right up the road, and they had tore it down and now it's a fire station now.
Do we know how Justin's job is going?
No, he's in
No.
training. Yeah, today isn't today.
Yeah, I think today's the training day. I think.
Yeah, but I think it's artificial resuscitation day.
Oh yeah.
Maybe he can put us.
CPR.
Maybe he can open up your podcast and show us.
Today's learning how to do CPR.
He's learning how to do CPR.
Another guy pulled actually into the lot. He's parked over there. I wonder if he's going to fly a drone like me. Just sitting there. Hasn't got out yet. But we're another 15 minutes away from sunrise, where it's going to be a little lighter. But the clouds are heavy. I just don't
Lance, you
know
got to
where-
ask yourself this: how often has that happened in the past?
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
hey, Lance, what's the difference between a hippo and a zippo?
I don't know.
One is really big and the other is just a little lighter.
That's not it. It's light. It's not that. It's a letter.
It's a letter. It's a letter, not a lighter.
Either the H or the J. Or the H or the Z.
Oh, yeah.
What would you rather eat, a goat or a matter baby?
Good goat. Everybody wants to eat a goat.
Oh, I was hoping you would say the other one.
What was the other one?
A matter baby.
Mm. No, I prefer a goat.
Then you would ask, "What's the matter, baby?" I'd say, "Nothing."
What's the matter with you?
Not a goat.
That's funny.
Well, do you smell that? I smell up dog.
Up. Oh,
You
what
smell
up, dog? What up, dog?
What's up, dog?
What's up, dog?
What's up, dog? Nothing.
I
What's
smell-
up with you?
What up, dog?
Okay, all the
Nothing,
workers
dog.
are
What's
starting
up
to
with
pull
you?
in.
I smell up, dog.
For some reason, I keep thinking today's Friday, but it's not. It's Thursday.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought. Or I thought today was like Wednesday or something like that. I get
It's
lost
Friday
in my
for
days.
me.
Sometimes. I'm like, I wake up, I'm like, what's today?
Was that Dre?
It's Friday for me.
No, Dad. Today's the last day for him.
Yeah, this is my
My
short
daughter
week.
flies in from San Diego this evening for the weekend, so we're looking forward to that.
All right.
Wait, it's your last day at your job?
No, for the week.
Oh,
His daughter's coming home from college from San Diego.
oh, nice.
For the weekend, yeah, she's coming home for the weekend.
That's
For her
cool.
birthday.
TJ, lean forward a little bit. Lean
Wait,
forward a little bit more.
San Diego State playing a away game, Lance.
I think so.
Oh, okay. I said I know they got to stay for the home games.
Yep, exactly. She likes going. She loves the basketball games, but they're really good in basketball.
Yeah, last year they was in the tournament. I guess they made what first two rounds.
Yeah. They lost to Connecticut, and then the
Yeah.
year before they lost to Connecticut in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
They went that far. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just know college days going to whatever sporting event it is. If it's a home game. Everybody wants to hang out because there's always parties afterwards.
Yep.
Yep. And San Diego State is big fraternity sorority. I mean, they're,
Yeah.
that's a big deal. She applied for a sorority for her freshman and sophomore year, got in, but didn't like which one picked her, so she didn't join. And she's
Oh.
fine with that. She's like, yeah, I'm fine. I don't need. She,
Mhm.
she wanted a specific, 2 or 3 but they didn't choose her. Some other ones chose her, and she opted out.
Well, just tell her as a joke, say, you know what, dear, won't you go join one of the Divine Nine? I said she'll get a kick out of that. So what?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, you will be unique.
Okay, there's the Joe. That's what you had him build for me. Thank you. Right there. And that
There
guy
you
in
go.
the red truck, I think he has a drone.
Think so?
I'm gonna go knock on his window.
I don't know if I'll do that. You might catch him doing something else.
Don't knock on the windows.
And actually, I think that's a broken window on the passenger side. He may be homeless.
Yeah, I would not recommend going up, walk up on strangers' windows.
No, I'm not going to do
I'm
that.
not going. I don't even knock on nothing.
Another 10 minutes, and just I hope the rain holds off. Boy, it's getting dark. The clouds.
Now, unless you go up there with your 9 and knock on it with the 9, you know.
Yeah.
Hey,
he might have a 9 himself. If you ain't
he
careful.
might have an AK inside. What are you talking
You know,
about?
kidding.
You be outgunned quick.
I say, don't start, and that won't be nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. They fool around and find out. Huh?
Yep.
Boy, those corn stalks have got to be 10 feet tall, 12 feet tall. They're huge.
Where are you at, Lance?
Right this second, I'm in Kent, Washington. If you were to go to 277th and he's leaving 277th and about
He's got a mobile home.
yeah, 277th and I'm thinking this is Highway 167. If you were to Google that.
Okay, so you're not going to work today?
I am. I have first period plan. He's leaving.
Okay.
I have first period plan.
Period.
So yeah, this is my prep, and
Yeah.
I'm getting pictures of the corn stalks for my class. So
Yeah.
Now, I want you guys to listen when Lance is telling you, because this is the difference between a teacher who's about to retire and then one who's just getting into the profession. Because prep period, new teachers are in there prepping, preparing lesson plans, grading tests or quizzes, and you see what Lance is doing.
Lance is like every student every year is the same. It's the same student. You just every year they just change a little bit, they morph a little bit, but they're all the same.
yeah.
My wife, she
Hey,
puts
TJ?
more work than I think is worth it.
You
Yeah.
said what?
I
TJ,
said
you
my
hurt
wife
my
puts in a
feelings.
lot of work.
And
More
this
than I
guy
think
works
it's
here,
worth
and
her
he's coming
doing.
to unlock the gate that
And
I'm.
that's why I think
parking
she's
in.
getting burnt out.
Hurt my feelings,
happened?
TJ.
I'm confused. I'm confused. What happened?
Lance said the guy might be a homeless guy because they got
Yeah,
a broken
yeah, I
window,
heard that.
right?
Yeah.
And he said the guy's leaving. I said he's got a mobile home. That was the funniest thing said today. Because he was leaving in his truck that might have been his homeless shelter.
Mhm.
So they must have a mobile home.
And actually,
Uh.
I'm parked in front of a gate, and he's unlocking the gate now, so he works here. And he might come up to me and tell me I have to move my car. We'll see. I'll see
He's
if
going in
he-
there to get a big stick to come out there and say, "Get out of here."
This is my land.
We'll see if he asks me to move.
You should just get out and just start flying your drone and just see what happens.
Well, as soon as he leaves, I think, because it's 7:30 is when the sun's supposed to be up. But what's he doing now? He's just walking around.
I hate this field.
Well, he's not saying anything to me. He's just walking back to his truck.
Now
Soon
the
as
funny thing is that this guy is just buying time because he's already called the local police, and they're gonna pull up on
Yeah.
you.
He's gonna leave by the time the police get there.
Yeah, they're gonna roll up on you. Talking about, what are you doing? You've been sitting here about half an hour, buddy. You got a call
Yeah.
on you. Suspicious
Yeah.
suspicious vehicle.
Have a 107M.
And you're gonna tell them, I was just waiting for the sun to rise. We need you to rise up out of here.
Yeah, when the moon is in the 7th house.
Yeah. That was always one of the, I say, golden rules that they taught us in the academy, that there are innocent people doing innocent things looking suspicious.
That's right.
Dre, what time do you have?
I got 7:24.
Okay.
So you get just time to go out there and, prep your drone, lick your
Oh,
finger, see which way the wind's blowing.
Yeah. Oh, keep going. There's two cops just pulled by me. Keep going, guys. Keep going. Keep going.
Uh,
Yeah.
Did I call it,
Yeah,
Joe?
they're getting ready to pull up on you.
uh,
They're continuing on. Good
They
boys.
just making sure they had backup.
Yeah.
Good boys.
Yeah, let's get another car. He looks suspicious. We need 3 of us.
hmm
Here, come up. Show us your hands. Show us your hands.
Yeah.
Man's gonna say,
all I
hold
have
on,
is a
hold
drone.
on.
All I have is a drone. That's all I got.
It's a DJI drone. He's spying.
Yeah.
He's a
Just
spying.
tell him you're collecting footage for using at school.
Just drop my name. You'll be all right.
Yeah. Joe Trombator. Do you know who he is?
Hey, Joe, I saw that video with the little song to it, dude. That was kind of sharp. Who did the music?
Me.
You did all the music?
Yeah, I went. It was Suno AI, and I went
Uh-huh.
through and I wrote the kind of words I wanted, and I let it do the words. Then I went back and changed it the way I wanted it, and then put it in the custom area and let it do it the way I wanted it.
That was pretty smooth, man. I like that. That was pretty smooth.
Joe learned everything he knows from me.
I know. Lance taught me everything. It's a good teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing is, like I said, I thought for some reason the Neo, the video to me looks like it's a little slower than what it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it's the frame rate's not right. It's not synced right.
Hmm.
And I flew it yesterday outside, and I looked at it, and it looked the same to me. And I went back and I looked in the goggles because I recorded both, and then I realized they do look the same. The goggles
Well-
just looks a little different for some reason.
Well, let me ask
So
you
I'm
this.
gonna.
Do you think
Go ahead.
when you did the AI music to go with it, it slowed the video to match with the music?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, because I know how long I needed. I looked at the video first. And I just
Mhm.
timed it out about the right time.
Okay. Because I know sometimes they'll do that. Some software do that auto sync, and they'll speed up or edit cuts or whatever to match the music.
No, didn't do it that time. But the
Joe, I'm
verdict
gonna
is
leave
still
you
out.
in
Let's put it that
charge.
way.
Joe, I'm gonna leave you in charge. I'm gonna go catch a ship.
Go ahead.
And I'm gonna go fly my drone, guys. I'll be back in a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and hang up.
Yeah,
All right,
7:28.
Wish me luck.
Put your yellow vest on.
Yep.
Yeah. Leave your gun in the car.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you don't have it on when they pull up on you.
Just thinking of yellow vest. Hey, Mark, do they still require all French citizens to have yellow vests in their vehicles?
No.
They stopped that?
Yeah.
I remember a while back they were all required to have a yellow safety vest when they drive their cars, just in case of some type of accident or whatever. I don't know if it was a mandatory volunteer help, whatever, or just keep you safe on the side of the road or something. I remember
Yeah.
hearing a story about that.
I think a lot of companies ask that they do wear something high vis.
Yeah, but this was everyday private citizens for
Yeah,
a while.
no.
They were required to keep a yellow vest along with whatever emergency equipment they kept in the car, as part of that scenario to keep everybody safe. Everybody had a high vis vest along with you changing a tire or just stranded or whatever, or assisting somebody else.
No, not that I've heard.
I'm trying to think. Back in the 90s, I remember seeing a story. It was on don't know if it was on 60 Minutes or whatever they were talking about that.
It sounds like a 60-minute story.
Yeah, it was a while back. But I remember it might have been the 90s, maybe even the 80s. That I know it was in France, I believe it was. They were talking about how every citizen was required to have a high vis
Oh,
vest.
I mean, it might be over there. I don't know. It's definitely not here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you guys only crossed the water about 20, 30 minutes. Now it's only a train ride.
Yeah.
So, you know, thought
Yeah.
that information might have crossed over somehow.
Mm.
Don, you awful quiet this morning, partner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your granddaughter's not giving you any love today?
Oh, she's upstairs. I already got a little hug, and I got a hug from the youngest boy. But then down here, I got an edit that I'm working on where the client had sent me some video, and then I put it together, and I don't have permission to use that video. It's like,
He wants you to use video from another source?
it's a agency, and the
Okay.
video he sent me was from a client, a different client that he had gotten done a few
Mhm.
years ago. And so
Yeah, that's
he didn't have
That's,
permission to use that footage.
right. It's
So
kind of
it's
like a
like-
little bit of an infringement situation there.
He's got some calls out to get permission, but there's one shot that, yeah, I'm gonna have to come up with some other.
What are the photos of?
It was a video of two little girls sitting in a church pew.
Oh,
Yeah, that's kind of touchy. When it comes to kids, you got to be real careful.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, you need permission from the parents as well as from whoever shot it.
Yep, and he had permission from the parents for that
For that,
one commercial,
right.
but to reuse it.
One-time use.
Yeah. That's where it gets a little sticky wicky. I see your boys are playing tonight, Joe.
No, they're not playing. They're probably losing.
Don't lose. What is Carr still out?
Yeah, everybody's out. We got about 4 good people out.
Mm.
The center's out. The quarterback's out. The what you call it? The Swiss Army knife guy. He's out.
Oh, yeah, the running
One of
back.
our receivers. No, that's the Camara's in.
Yeah,
But
Kamara's in?
Taysom Hill. Taysom
Oh
Hill.
yeah, well, Hill's been out the whole season though.
No, he's played. He's been out 2. He was out 1 game. Then he came back after a game, and he's out 2 games now.
Okay, because every time I said they kept talking about he was hurt, I thought he was hurt from preseason or something.
No, he
Does
got
he have-
hurt after the 3rd game. He messed up his ribs.
Oh,
Did you see that Olivia Rodrigo on
Mhm.
stage? And I think it was Australia. She's running across the stage. They had a hole in the stage. She went flying in a hole.
mm,
She comes out of it. She goes, "I always wanted to do that."
mm.
She was lucky.
And if they play a decent game, or other words, don't turn the ball over and stuff. I mean, they're playing the Broncos. The Broncos don't have nothing to write home about.
Yeah, they ought to. Let me tell you what it's going to be. They're playing Sean Payton, that's
Yeah.
the former coach.
Right.
So it's going to be. It's going to be something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Jody.
I don't know. I've
What's
got
up,
the
Jody?
I got that homecoming parade to shoot an hour before the game starts.
Mm-hmm.
So I've stuck it up there to record. When I come back, if I missed the first beginning, I could go back and look at it. I think it's worth it. But I should be back about a half hour into the game. Hopefully I'll come back and it won't be 17-0 Broncos.
Yeah.
Boy, I hate this field. The field I
The
shot at
lighting's
last
bad?
night, I hate the lighting. The lighting
Yeah, lighting's
sucks.
bad.
It's the same one that you've been shooting at, right?
No, I shoot this place once a year.
Oh.
Because we play either the JV game or the freshman game or the varsity game. They flip flop every year. Next year will be the varsity.
Oh,
They need to
gotcha.
they're not even in the district. Get rid of them. Go somewhere else. Play another team.
No, Jody, he went to go fly a ship with his Air 2S. At first, he was going to use the Neo to go do that, but everybody told him not to.
Well, the good news, if he'd used the Neo, he wouldn't be losing much.
Yeah.
What was it Mark told him? Was it you or David? I think it was Mark that told him that when he was saying he was going to buy, when he crashed the last time, he told him, just go ahead and buy it. You know, it might have been, I don't know who it was. Said, just go ahead and buy the drone, walk to the lake, walk to the river, and just throw it in.
Probably Justin said that.
Might have been Justin.
Sounds like something Justin would say. Just walk over the bridge,
He said,
throw it in.
Just spend your money, bring it out there, just throw it in. Don't waste your time.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time.
Hey, Frank. I didn't even have to chat up. I can see Frank. I missed Cool Cat's comments.
Hey, Kuka. Yeah, I'm not even watching. I'm editing.
Yeah.
I'm in charge, but I'm delegating all y'all to read it, not me.
Paul went to go fly a ship, Frank.
Let's see. I'll be the staff sergeant. Dre's a sergeant. We'll make Don a sergeant. TJ could be the lance criminal.
Oh,
what is the lance criminal?
Yeah.
Just a
What-
little
what-
slide,
what is
Lance
it?
criminal.
little
What-
slide turn for Lance Corporal
Oh.
in the Marine Corps ranks. Lance
Yeah.
criminals. I've heard that in about almost 40 years.
Yeah, you don't hang around with Junior OTC here.
Yeah.
Boy, you ought to hit a master gun here, but God darn it. If I'd have worked for him, it's like if I'd have worked for him, I've been like TJ laughing all the time.
Mm,
Because when I shoot their headshots and everything,
mhm,
the way he cuts up on them, I'm up there trying not to laugh on the other side.
mm, mm.
I'll put it this way. I'm standing there with my back to him and he goes, Staff Sergeant. I went, yeah. And he was talking to me. He said, Staff Sergeant, like that. I went, yeah, what? That's just how he is, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm not Joe up there, the colonel, everybody. I'm Staff Sergeant, you know?
Yeah.
But my son, first lieutenant son, he was talking to me about a week ago, and he said, boy, I'm telling you, I can't believe how stupid some of these people are. He said some of these lance corporals and sergeants, how stupid they are. And he told me the story about one. One of them was going through a divorce. So the wife's in Pennsylvania, and he's at Cherry Point, and he gets his kids for a month at a time, every other month. And then he's got to bring the kid up to what you call it, Virginia. Hold on, man, I got a call coming in. I can get this thing to work.
Jello. So what you up to today, Dre?
Oh, just got a, I guess a few guys, you know, you're always gonna have people who complain.
Yeah.
That's why I had a guy come to my office I guess they went to the union complaining about some training aspects and everything else. And I guess they call themselves trying to throw me on the bus on some things. So me and the supervisor had a little impromptu meeting about some of the things that were brought up. And I said, well, I hope it goes through, because then I can start having a case about my budget.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I can't provide all this training if it ain't getting paid for. You know,
Yeah,
these guys
you got that right.
they want confined space training. They want traffic control training, which should be done on I would say confined space needs to be done at least every 4 to 5 years. Same thing with traffic control needs to be. I say traffic control should be done every 2 years. But like I say, I don't have a separate budget, so all I can do is suggest, and those who control those purse strings make the decision if we're going to have training or not. It's not on me, because I don't have a separate training budget to conduct it. And like I tell a lot of these guys, it really doesn't serve the purpose. Now I can conduct a class, and we can go out there and play with cones, and we can go out there and go over the PowerPoint confined space class, but I'm not a certified instructor. So it doesn't really help the individuals who are actually performing, because when something happens, the first question that gets asked legally is, where did you get your training from? And they're going to say, well, the training guy, safety officer, gave us a class, yada, yada, yada. And the first thing, well, where did he get his training from? And like I said, I'm not a certified instructor.
Yeah.
So basically, it adds up to a bunch of nothing. And we're going to be fined legally liable, because the individuals who out there perform these whatever, going to confined space or going to traffic control, were not actually trained by a certified instructor who is authorized to certify them of having that 1 hour, 2 hour, and like confined space is like a 4-hour class mandatory by OSHA. And part of that training is the first 2 hours or first 3 hours is classroom work. And then the last hour or two, if it's only a 4-hour, 5-hour class, is practical application, which means you get in the full harness, tripod setup, and you simulate going down to a hole or confined space. That means you're the actual individual, your aide that's supposed to be monitoring all the equipment at top, and actually a third person who's documenting everything. So it's a 3-man process for confined space. That's bare minimum. So, like I said, everybody wants to complain about something, but if you don't have the money to do it, or they don't want to do it, I always tell you guys, I said, pretty soon something's going to happen, and one of these employees are going to file suit against the city because they weren't properly trained. And a lot of these guys, we go out and pick up illegal dumps, which consist of picking up hazardous waste like old oil, or we go out there and clean out a homeless encampment. There's no telling what you may pick up. Human waste, stuff like that, needles, all this kind of crap. And the guy gets stuck, come down with some kind of disease, hepatitis, AIDS, whatever, who knows? And they're going to sue the city.
Yeah, definitely don't want to be doing that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I get it. Like I say, when I came along, we got all of our hepatitis shots, A through C shots. They don't do that anymore. And like I say, I've been through confined space training. Like I told these guys, I think I'm the last person who's actually gone in a sewer line hole in this city. And that's probably about 15 years ago. So I don't think anybody else has actually gone in, and I'm at the full mock-up suit, the paper weight suit, oxygen mask, everything and stuff. So that's why I tell them, I said, you can only expect so much for your people to do just for the fact that they try to be good employees and stuff. But training is essential. So I always tell them, I said, you can put off training if you want to because you don't think it has value, or you just don't want to spend the money. But when something goes wrong, you're going to pay a whole lot more.
Do you lot all have to be tested for Wheels disease as well?
What's that, Mark?
Do you have to be tested for Wheels disease?
What is that? I done heard wheels disease.
It's caused by rat urine.
No, we don't have tested for that and stuff. And like I said, I don't know what it may fall under. Like I said, when I came through, you got all your hepatitis shots and everything else and boosters. And I see when you get hired, everybody gets the tetanus booster shot. If you haven't had one, I think it's every 7 to 10 years. You need to have one of those type of thing. And it's just a matter of large corporations, cities, counties, whatever, state organizations, always trying to find a way to cut corners, but they're putting people at risk.
All of our sewer guys have to be done by that.
Yeah. And like I say, it's always, the job is always demanding more of the employee to perform or do, but they're not considering the risk factor.
Yeah, I mean, all of our bin men now, the ones that collect the refuse, they're not allowed to collect refuse if it's just out loose in a bin bag. It has to be in a bin. If it's not in the bin, they don't take it.
Yeah. Sure, our refuse guys don't even get out of the truck.
Yeah.
They don't even, I'm serious. They're down. It used to be 2-man crews, decade ago or so. Now they're down to 1-man operations. They got that arm that kicks out. But like you said, if it ain't inside that bin, it ain't getting picked up.
Yeah.
They're not big. That arm comes out, grabs that can, slings it up the side, dumps it, puts it back down. They move on to the next.
Our drivers don't get out of the truck, but they have 2 other men that do the bins because our bins done at the back.
Hang off the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's old school. Them guys drive around. There'd be 2 guys hang off the back of those rear loaders, and they grab. I remember back in the day, it used to be metal cans, them heavy metal.
When they used to have to carry them, not wheel them.
Yeah, two big heavy. That's what I do. The guys in the back were some big boys. Yeah. But those days are long gone. It's just a driver and that's it. And they got that articulating arm, picks that can up, dumps it in there.
Stop.
And when I go to the, I guess they call it the sorting facility, and they push them loads out. Got the people work inside there for recycling purposes, sorting out the different cans or loads you got, and then they pack those things into a big, as you would say, a lorry trailer. Here we call it a big rig, and they load those things up and then take them to the county-wide dump, and they dump them suckers there. And then they'll either bury it.
Got the word the granddaughter's on the way.
Yeah, like I said, they'll either bury it there at the dump, or they'll even ship it out to the ports and put it on ships and ship it out somewhere else.
I mean, we can have up to 3 different bin wagons out on the same route every day. Well, every day. Like today, they were emptying the general refuse, the paper bin, and the garden rubbish bin.
Right.
So there's 3 different wagons turn up at different times to empty each of them.
Yeah, that's my days. My days are Mondays, and I got 3 cans, general trash, the blue can, which is black, blue cans is for recyclables, and the green can is for vegetation.
We just have 2, like there's a blue one and a yellow one. We just throw everything that can be recycled in there.
Yeah. And like I say, because our trucks even have cameras inside the bin. The truck comes in, and if they pick up your bin and they see the wrong kind of stuff in there, they'll call their inspector, and they'll come back and cite you.
Oh, so the trucks have cameras like outside of them?
Inside the bin, where the compressor's at.
Oh.
So when they empty your can, they can look on the screen in the cab, and they see the wrong crap coming out of your can. They can send the inspector back out there and cite you.
Oh wow, that's pretty crazy, pretty wild.
With ours being being blokes doing that, They
Mhm.
open the bin, and if they don't see the right stuff in there, they just leave the bin there. They don't even empty it.
Yeah.
Logie.
Because we've got one for general rubbish, one for paper and cardboard,
Hmm.
one for metal, glass, and plastic, and one
Yeah.
for garden rubbish.
Right. So that's how they hold the citizens accountable. Like I say, people might did something, or especially around the holidays, like Christmas. You get all this extra boxes and paper from
Yeah.
Christmas, and you can't, your bin gets full, and you're like, well, let's put it in the next one. Well, guess what? That's a big no-no.
Yeah. I mean, they don't mind the too much if the wrong type of rubbish is put in the general rubbish bin. It's only if the wrong type of rubbish is put in any of the others.
Yeah, the recyclable stuff, because it makes it harder. They have to hand sort it.
Yeah. I mean, they don't mind the recyclable stuff being put in general waste, but
Mhm.
that's just laziness on the people's part, not
Yeah.
sorting it out and putting it in the right bin.
Hmm. So other than
I have
that,
a-
TJ, today we have the Great Shakeout today, TJ, here in California.
The great what? Stakeout?
Shakeout. Yeah. At
Oh,
10:17 this morning, we all have to get up from our desk, whoever works in a building, walk out to our designated assembly areas and wait there for about 5 minutes and then go back to work.
Wait, you said a stakeout? Like
No,
a
our stated assembly area.
oh.
You have to have a, like I say, if something happened in your store, there has to be a place, emergency action plan at your store that tells you guys, in case like fire or whatever else, you guys are to meet at the northeast corner of the building for whoever if like, you're going to be the lead person. If you're in charge of that shift, you got to take a head count of all the employees to make sure
Oh, okay,
everybody's
yeah,
accounted
yeah.
for, all that kind of stuff. And that's what it's all about, is to be able to get all your employees, get a head count, and then if somebody's missing, then you take the next step of trying to locate them or whatever. But you don't want to go back into the building, if it's
Yeah, one of
damaged
those.
or on fire and stuff. But that way you know who's accounted for and who isn't.
Yeah, one of those in case of an emergency situation.
Right. That's
Yeah.
what the big shakeout is all about.
A shakeout, like
Yep.
shake. Okay.
Yep. So
Now
every
we're
we do it every year in California. We've been doing this for the last 30, 40 years now. The Great
Yeah.
Shakeout.
Yeah, because you do have to make sure everybody like knows what to do in a scary situation, whether like it's something caught on fire, if somebody came in and robbed the place or whatever, or
Right.
like a tornado or like whatever
Mhm.
the situation may be.
Yeah.
Because you just have to make sure everybody knows what the protocol is.
Right. Yes, that is correct. And it's so weird when you talk about an earthquake.
Logie, stop.
The earthquakes are never the same. Some can come in a rolling fashion where you kind of almost feel it coming. It starts small and it gets bigger, 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 and then it stops. And then some of them are just direct jolts. It's like bam, it just hits and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it might shake a little after that. So it's never the same per se. And like I say, even in the next town or whatever, it may affect them totally different than how it affects you. Where they might have felt a rolling shake, and we got the jolt over here, because it depends where the shake originates at.
Yep.
So it's earthquakes are very unique, unpredictable, and there's never anyone that's the same.
Yeah. Have you ever like experienced a real life situation like that before?
Oh, DJ, like I said, I grew up in California. I remember as a little kid back in '71, they called it the Sylmar quake, that pretty much collapsed a lot of the north end of LA and stuff. There's been a lot of small quake, but the big one, then the next big one I experienced was the Landers quake, which was not far from where I was stationed, 29 Palms. And I remember coming back, we were in at my parents' house in
Oh.
Fontana over the weekend, and we drove back home to the base on a Sunday night, and we saw where a whole bowling alley was just split in half. It was just split
Oh
in half.
wow,
One
that's
side
pretty
collapsed.
crazy.
One side collapsed. Other side was still standing, and you could look right into the building
Oh wow.
and stuff. So yeah, I've seen it. The next large quake that I experienced was the Northridge quake in 93? 93 or 94 was the Northridge quake that collapsed a lot of freeways in the LA area
Mhm.
and stuff.
I
And
remember
that was
one.
when that was when I got my first cell phone, was because of that
Huh.
quake and stuff. Because I was commuting, I lived here in San Bernardino the whole time. I was commuting into Long Beach, and like I said, anything can happen along the freeways or whatever. But there was a lot of police officers that got killed commuting into work
Mhm. When the
because of the
I remember
freeways
that the
overpassing,
freeway
pancaking,
collapsed.
right,
Yeah.
and everything else. And that's why I talk about having a head count and everything else, because nobody knew what had happened till it was time for these guys to go to roll call in the morning for their briefing, and they say, "Where's so and so?" And I said, "I haven't seen him." And they got to assume that he didn't make it into work because of the quake, because they'll
Yeah.
call your house in a heartbeat. You know, I know police departments do that. They'll call your house right away if you missing a briefing. They'll call right to your house.
Yep, I remember that quake. It was bad.
I've never experienced a real life
Man,
earthquake
I
before.
wasn't there for it, but
Yeah, yeah.
I remember
was
seeing
there,
it on the
I was there
news.
for that one, and then I think the Northridge quake, and then we haven't had a real bad one in this area. Just like I said, the Bay Area had a bad one. In the I want to say the 80s, they had the I forgot what the name of the quake, but that's when the double deck freeway collapsed right around the World Series, during the
Yep.
World Series. That
Mhm.
quake happened up in the Northern California where it collapsed the Bay Bridge.
We're gonna have an earthquake here in the Midwest pretty soon, I think.
One of the largest quakes ever registered is in Missouri.
Yeah, the New Madrid fault line. It made the Mississippi run backwards.
Yeah,
But it has been overdue for a quake, and they keep track of it. They want small quakes because that says, okay, it's shifting, but it's releasing that pressure. But we haven't had any of those.
yeah.
And
Aldous said it was a
the longer
Loma.
you go without one of those small ones,
What's up,
the more
Al?
likely it is to have a big one.
Right. That's the philosophy that Aldous said was I remember the word Loma, Loma Pressure 1990. I just remember doing the World Series up there at that quake happened. He said he was a senior in high school.
Now I've felt a quake around here, but it was centered in Oklahoma,
Oh, okay.
and my wife and I were sitting in the floor, and I don't remember what we were doing, but all of a sudden things were just shaking. It's like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Is that an
truck was
earthquake?
come by or something?
Yeah. It was like it felt like
maybe a big dinosaur was like coming through or something.
it felt like somebody had pulled a tractor trailer up outside of the house, but without the noise.
Yeah.
And it was just like, was that an earthquake?
Yeah.
So that's my experience with an earthquake was so slight that it was like, not sure if you felt it.
And that's what I'm saying. Because most time when people experience it, it's an unnatural feeling, and you wonder, you want to rationalize it being, it must have been something else. You know,
Mhm.
it must have been like here in the yard, if somebody drops one of those big 40-yarder bins on the ground real hard off of a roll-off truck, refuse truck, it sounds like an earthquake. It's like boom, and it kind of rattles the walls in the office and stuff. Or I'm not far from the Metrolink line, and that may, even though it's quiet as a mouse, but I would assume that did something compared to actually, no, that's an earthquake. I would say, oh, did something happen in the yard? Somebody dropped something big, piece of equipment? Did the train derail or something or whatever? Before I would go to the earthquake file.
You know how you'll be sitting there watching a movie and there'll be a glass of water just sitting on the table or something, and then they go and like get a close up of the glass of water and it just starts, you know, like kind of rippling inside the glass or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
what it
about
does.
how it goes.
Yeah.
And now what gets me is like, I mean, it used to be the old theory that your animals, if you have pets, they would tell you before it actually happens. because they're more sensitive to what do you call it? The
The
term
micro trimmers or something like that.
size, what's it called? Seismatic or whatever it is, tremors in the earth. They're more sensitive to that. And a lot of times animals will go run and hide right before we actually would feel the quake itself.
Is there
But-
an actual thing called a tremor?
Yeah, well, it's small earthquakes, they call them tremors. Or aftershocks, they may call them tremors. Usually anything below a 3 is a tremor, like a 2.5, 1 point something. They call those tremors.
Oh. Because you know, like that movie called Tremors with the big, huge earthworms or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Graboids, what they were called.
Oh, graboids.
they're graboids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I worked
I
at-
have been through pretty much all the big ones except for up Northern California.
That'd be crazy if you were just like walking one day and a big, huge earthworm just jumped out of the ground. Like, what the hell?
That wouldn't be good.
Yeah, that definitely would not be good.
Mm-mm.
No, when I worked at Burlington Coat Factory, Mission Viejo, I'd be
Uh-huh.
sitting at my desk upstairs and I'd feel a little rock. And
Yeah.
I was thinking for some reason that it was the air conditioning unit on the building
Mhm.
above us. And come to find out that every time I felt that, it was a little tremor.
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt a lot of them.
That's a pretty good store to shop at, though.
The Burlington Coat Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the Baby Depot manager.
They got some good things in there.
Yeah, they do good.
I can tell you one thing, they do have a lot of coats in there.
Yeah. They had a,
That's the name, Burlington Coat Factory.
Yeah.
I would hate for them to be the biggest
That's
sock seller in the
funny.
world.
they had
they have a lot of coats.
a
in
store
there.
policy that you can get a refund, but it had to come from corporate. But it took an arm and a leg to get a refund. We give you a store credit,
Mhm.
and it was everything was set on that. Within certain days, you get a store credit. The refunds were hard. You could get them, but it had to go through corporate. And I was a key holder, so one of the days I was the manager, and I'm down there and I'm standing by the register, and I got my name tag says Baby Depot manager, right? So the woman comes up and she's raising all kind of hell. I want a refund. I don't want to wait for it. As I said, it's right here. It's on your receipts. I said, I understand. I can put the paperwork in for you. It takes about a week. You will get your refund. I need to talk to the store manager. I said, okay, hold on one second. I turned around. I looked at it. I said, may I help you?
Okay, but to be fair, you were just a Baby Depot manager. She wanted an adult depot manager.
Yeah, you're right. But I turned around and when I said, may I help you?
Oh,
Like that.
man. And she just
All
slipped out.
all the people on the register, they went off. And she said, what? I said, I'm the manager today. I said, I can help you, but that's how I got to help you. I said, I'll show you in writing, you know?
Yeah.
So she finally calmed down and said, okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. But it was, one of the girls there, she said, that was the best I ever saw. You just turned around and said, may I help you?
Yeah.
You know, and I wasn't being rude or anything to her. I told her, I'm just trying to tell you what I have to deal with.
Yeah. Now
I'm glad
here
that
we got
she had a sense of humor.
Phillips 66 talking about shutting down 2 refineries down in Southern California. And they're trying to say it's not because of the new bill that Newsom just signed about making the refineries have more storage available for fuel. So we won't have this gas shortage situation as always. And now they're talking about
Look.
shutting down 2 refinery plants that employ about close to, I think it's 600 or 800 employees here in Southern California. And they say, well, it had nothing to do with the new rules and stuff. We just don't want to operate in California anymore. I'm like, it's such bull crap. I said, you guys protect the bottom line so much. It is just ridiculous. You know, that you would sit here and want to close down 2 refineries, all because you guys don't want to store up more gasoline. So you can be held accountable for not trying to price gouge. I see Paul made it back.
Look at this girl, right? Look at this girl. You're not paying attention. Love this girl. Want to give kisses.
Whose car alarm keeps going off every few minutes or so?
That's my phone, TJ.
Oh, that's your phone. Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, who is that? I
I'm
heard it. That's funny. That's pretty good.
Did you see the 2 ships I got?
No, I was editing.
Oh, okay.
I saw a big cruise ship on your TV there coming down the
Yep, that's
channel
one of
there.
them. That's a French cruise ship.
Oh. All right, y'all. I'm gonna hop off here and try to get some stuff done before I have to go to work today. But
Yeah,
I'll see you
when
guys
Paul gets back,
later.
I'm gonna hop off. Look at the baby.
Y'all have a good day now. You hear?
Adios.
See ya.
That came out nice. That moon picture I shot, almost good enough to do it as my background.
I thought about doing those ships with the Neo, but I thought, nah.
I'm glad you chose wisely.
You know, because in the back of my mind it says Joe says go ahead and do it, but I thought, nah. Yeah, but Joe said to do it.
Look,
Mark, you're on mute. Is that because your little pupper dog is barking or what?
No, I was talking to Kate.
Oh, okay.
look, it's up here. Got the baby.
Has Don been a good boy while I was gone?
No,
No?
he called me a baby.
He called you a baby?
I said he called himself a baby manager.
Oh. So today's the day your daughter went to the other daycare center?
No, the other one's at 2:30.
2:30, okay.
So I mean, I have it at 2:00. She'll pick her up by 2:00.
Oh, you've got her now, okay.
Yeah, she just dropped it off. So that means I'll give her about 2 hours, and then I'll make her take a nap.
Mm.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, don't really do anything with that Neo, Paul, until you've had plenty of practice on the field behind you.
Well, that's what kind of hit me was, you know, I think I can, but lots of times I can't, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, Cleo. Cleo. You see Cleo? Yeah. Look. Pick that up and go put it on the sofa. Pick that for. This. Give me that.
So Donald, what are you up to this weekend?
This weekend,
Yeah.
Saturday, I will be going up to the church. They'll be doing their trunk or treat, and I'll be driving the train with the carts behind it,
Oh,
giving
okay.
rides to the kids.
Yeah, I realized today is only the 17th, but I just wondered if you had plans, big plans for the weekend.
No big plans.
Joe's always got plans.
Yeah, I got plans. Let me see.
I got some more cardboard. I might start making my mock-up, or a more refined mock-up for my trunk for the dune buggy.
Ah,
Once I get the refined mock-up, then I just need to go get the plywood and start.
Let's
now,
do.
do the grandkids come out and help you with that or what?
It's kind of loud too. They haven't even ridden it yet. We're gonna work them up to it. They watched me and they waved at me whenever I drove off the other day, and they're interested. When it's just sitting there, they'll come out, look and stuff. But there's not much they can do to help. They can just get in the way.
Oh, they're always good at that.
They can't even hand tools yet.
Press this. Look. Press this. So they sent her over with a little iPad that's all protected out for her. And it says, press this. I press it. It's got a code. I have to ask them, what's the code to get in? You know? They didn't give me the passcode. Better.
Well,
That was the button.
try 1, 2, 3, 4.
You gotta press this. Look. This. Press this. Look. This right here. You press this. All right. It's got a picture of my daughter holding her on there as the cover shot,
Yeah.
and she's pointing and saying, "Mama." They got it on like a 15-second freaking thing. It keeps turning off. What? Go watch the TV. Sit. You better go. If that tell me no, I say I'm sorry. Just tell me what she wants. It only took 3 times to show her to press the button to turn it on. That's good. Now she knows when it turns off, press the button.
You tried the obvious passcode or what?
I'm not worried about it. She's not worried about it.
Uh-huh.
I got the TV on. She's noticed that, and she's over there watching TV again.
All right.
Ugh. It's actually cold in here right now. It's 56 outside.
Yeah, it's 46 here.
The last night when I woke up this morning, it was 41 degrees.
61 here.
I don't know what the high today is, but I guarantee it's not going to be 70.
Oh, our high is going to be 62.
Luckily, our highs have popped up again. We're not going to get down to freezing again this week. So, I did kill off a couple of my pepper plants that I left out because they were too big. This container was too big to move in. But I still have a bunch of pepper plants I did get to move in and survive.
Don't you have a greenhouse?
No,
Oh, I thought you
I
did.
I had a greenhouse. The panels on it over the years have gotten warped, and it doesn't really give any protection. So I went ahead and pulled out all those panels because they've been damaged by hail and stuff too. So I went ahead and pulled those out. They were getting brittle. You can actually just snap them in half. They're crumbling. So
That's
it's just a
bad.
frame that I'm going to use next year just as a large container garden area so I can grow like tomatoes and use the actual frame of the greenhouse as supports instead of putting up trellises or anything like that. Just let it grow on the greenhouse.
You just go and get some large sheets of visqueen.
I could, but it to get just a couple more weeks out of the growing season, not really worth it.
Well, visqueen is just like a polythene sheet.
Yeah,
So, I mean, it's flexible. It
Yeah.
works.
yeah, but it's not really worth it just to get a few extra weeks of growing.
Yeah, okay.
I suppose if you lived a little further south, it'd be worth it, right?
No, actually, right here is a good place for a greenhouse because it gives you those extra few weeks at the beginning of the year and extra few weeks at the end of the year. Live a little further south, you wouldn't really need one.
Mm.
But even you'd have to go quite a bit further south to actually get beyond the. Let's see, I'm in 7B here, I think. To get to the next growing range, I think it's mid Arkansas somewhere.
Oh, really?
So, what longitude are you at?
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't have my phone with me. I'd here, let me look at the map.
You're in which state?
I'm in Southwest Missouri.
South what?
Southwest Missouri, yeah.
Southwest Missouri. Yeah, you're south of south of St. Louis. But you're southwest, so that'd make you south of Kansas City, right?
I am directly south of Kansas City,
Yeah, okay.
almost the entire state height. I am to the west of St. Louis, almost the entire width of the state.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
You.
Yeah, I'm in 7A.
So you get to experience
Shipment.
all the seasons there too, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you got a good seasons. Tornado season. Summer, winter, fall.
Yeah, we have tornado season. We have lawn furniture season. We have let's see, mud season.
Hail season.
Yeah, mud and hail.
I tell you what, I ordered like a Temu type of thing. It came on Facebook, 7 shirts, right? And they looked like they were nice, and it was cotton and polyester blend and all of this. So I like $29 for like 7 shirts. I ordered them through PayPal. They're out for delivery on the 14th. We're on the 16th or 17th, right? I went and looked at it. They've got this is what gets me mad. They've got the complex's address, got my phone number, but they don't have my apartment address on it. So now, and I don't know, I think the Postal Service has it. I'm trying to find out who has it, because it doesn't make sense, but they got my phone number on it. Somebody could take a second and call me, or if it comes to the person that delivers it, she delivers it every day.
Mm-hmm.
She'd know my name. So I got a feeling I'm gonna be going to PayPal and say I didn't get it and get my money back. It's just aggravating. Not that hard to fix it. I've been here 16 years. They know my name, you know? I got to call the complex too. I signed my lease papers. I get a thing yesterday. You need to return this and let us know what you're doing. They're not talking to each other.
Well, I missed my Meals on Wheels while I was out doing the ships.
Really?
On your doorstep.
They don't leave it. If you're not there,
You don't get it.
you don't get it.
So that means you got to eat ice cream and donut.
No, I've got about 35 of those Meals on Wheels all frozen in the freezer, to the point where I have to give them away.
No, you need to eat them.
Well, what I should do is just go through them and throw out all the vegetables.
Oh.
Oh, Cool Cat thinks that we're alone in the universe.
Let me call this office up front and find out why they can't realize that I've already signed my lease.
Well, what are you guys thinking? Should we close it off?
That's up to you, Paul. I think Joe's on the phone at the moment.
Or is
Yeah,
he?
and I
Okay.
called the leasing office because they said I needed to turn in my paperwork. They needed to know about my lease, right? I've already
Yeah.
signed the lease papers 2 days ago. So she says, well, Courtney did the lease. I sent this out, my mistake. So the two of them in the office aren't talking to each other. Now, the only thing I'm waiting on, I got to get that $100,000 limited liability policy that they're requiring now everybody have. And I'm waiting on the agent. He said he had to submit it. He'll send me the paperwork when he gets it. But I got till January 1st. So at least I got a little time. But I don't see a problem with anything. Because I'll put it this way. I said I was getting out of here by January this year. I will be out of January next year, even if I go somewhere to another apartment. But I will. But this is so convenient where I'm at.
Well,
It's
that's
like
the
you.
thing. If it's handy, you want to keep it, right?
But they went up $50 again in rent, you know? So I'm going up $50 in rent. My Social Security probably go up $34. I'm still losing money in the deal. But it's
Yeah.
all right. I offset it enough that it doesn't matter. Especially this year, I've offset it a lot.
Yeah, it's not like you don't have another income, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a real income. One of the girls for yearbook, she was talking last year and she goes, you've been doing this so long. She goes, I'm thinking about going into photography afterwards. I said, well, let me let you know, you're gonna have to do a lot of dues. You're gonna have to get your name out. You're gonna have to have a lot of pictures before you start really making money. I said, it takes a while. I said, so don't get frustrated in it. And I said, she said something about, the other night I was out there and I saw you shooting the junior high stuff. She goes, you get paid a lot on that? I said, well, the deal is that they asked me to come out and do it and they don't have anybody to do it. I said, you could jump into the junior high. I said, I don't want to do it. I said, I don't. Loki just grabbed her on the arm. Boy, I tell you what, you're going to go in a cage. I'm talking about the girl, not the dog.
What the
No,
girls?
what happened is he don't like to get grabbed, and she grabbed him, and she grabbed him on the arm. You know, he just did it. He didn't bite, but he grabbed him. Loki, get down. So do this. Watch. Go. He's gone. But I told her, I said, if you want, I said, when you get out of school and you want to do it, go talk to the coaches there and start shooting pictures there, the junior highs. You know, because it's one night a week. I said, you can make good money. I said, the other night, since they have no photographers, I said, I'm at about 1,700 for one night. You know, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I was thinking, shoot, I made the money to go pay cash for 3 hours work. I could buy the Air 3S, you know?
Sure.
But I said, go put it in the bank, just letting the bank grow. Let me see your arm. Come here. What? I said, let me see your arm. She goes, no. I bet y'all come over there and I see your butt with this hand.
He trying to tell you, Joe, let him bite me again, see what happens.
She looked at me, she went, I said that.
She said, let him bite me again, see what happens.
She's your daughter's little girl there, Joe.
A little bitch, that's what she is. Now, she grabbed the arm when he grabbed her. I saw that. That's why I want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think like I said, he does that all, he goes rah, 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 like that. And that's what I think he did. I think he just put his head against it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
No. And she's going, Alexa, play row, 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 row. Alexa's broke. Yeah, Mickey Mouse came on the TV. She turned around, ran back over there. Well, that diaper just don't look right from the back. I'm gonna have to go check it.
You got a load in it?
It
Well,
looks
I
like
said,
it got something in it.
like I said, if you can't smell it, you all right.
Yeah, I don't smell none. But it got a strange shape. Oh, I did that about a week ago. She came over there and I thought I smelled something. And you know how you reach it with your finger and you look? I reached it and my finger got all up in there. I said, oh, Lord.
Oh.
It was all up the back.
Mm,
I said,
mm,
God
mm.
darn it. Let me see your diaper. Uh-oh. Who's that?
Hmm?
I got that little Donald, the Trump duck, right?
Mhm.
She picks it up, she hugs it and kisses it and says, Trump. It's funny. I put out a short her hugging it.
I'm going to make sure you put that one in for me now. Put that side though.
My daughter and my ex-wife are voting the other way. And I said, I'm gonna send it over to the house.
If I've got enough, then I can always pay it back down to yours.
No.
Mine.
Please.
There you go. I said, mine. She looked at me, she was pleased.
I can put my bones. Then you like it.
Yes, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Did he hurt you? When he bit you? No. You all right? No biting. I said, did he hurt you? And I looked at her arm. She goes, no.
Do we need to kill the animal?
Hey.
No, the problem is, like I said, he's always been that little grumpy self, you know? So he don't like getting pulled on. And she does that. She reaches over and grabs him.
My parents still tell the story of my sister's first cuss word. They had a horse. It was a little Shetland pony, and they had her on the back, and she loved riding on the back of that horse. And they lead her around. Well, one day something spooked the horse, and it bucked and bucked her off the horse. She hit the ground and stood up. My dad ran over to see if she was okay, and she didn't cry or nothing. She just stood up and said, "Daddy, kill that fucker."
Oh.
That's
Oh,
funny.
man. You said a mouthful.
That sounds like my brother. He got jumped on the way home when he was about 10 years old by two of the kids across the street. You know, he come in the house. He says, "Where's the MF bat? I'm going to beat the mother in the head." My mother had to grab him. He had a bat. He was going after the kid.
That's funny.
All right, Lance, now you're in your natural habitat.
I am.
So how was
Yeah.
your flight?
It was good. It was good. Not eventful. I'll share with you what I.
Well, we didn't have to call for bail, so that's good news.
Yeah, I know. There's the. This is
Don't
about
look like you were roughed up.
Oh, that's
350
nice.
feet here. And I'm trying to figure out is this the top of it right here? Is this a trying to figure out what these
See
are?
the openings on the left.
What else I have here? There.
Yeah, the bottom left side is the openings.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right here. That's where you get in. But what is the design? It's like trying to figure out what the design is.
When you first brought it up, I thought it was a rose.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it could be.
Yeah.
It's like a
Either that or
gremlin.
just a maze, you know.
Like a
Yeah.
gremlin. Or
I'm
something.
amazed at it.
Mhm.
Let's see if I
So
can get it.
that corn is planted on purpose for that right there. Because I'd never known the state of Washington to be a corn growing state.
No,
I'll tell you, dropping my name, they did an amazing job.
I know. But I can't tell. This looks like a tree, maybe. You know, here's the, well, I don't think it's a tree though. Can
It
you guys
looked
see
like
that?
a rose or some kind of flower or something.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What's your state flower?
Good question.
Not that.
Huh.
The rose is associated with Portland, Oregon.
It could be.
It's called Rose City. And that's
See,
when we
I'm
first
thinking-
brought it up. That's what came to my mind was Portland, but I know but I thought Lance don't live in Portland. He lives up in Washington there, between the Tacoma and what's it called area.
See what else I have
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
He lives in the city of Chads.
33. You guys see that one?
Not
See, it
yet.
looks like a head here.
Yeah.
The crown of some sort.
I'm going to drop off, guys. I've got an appointment at 5.
Okay, buddy.
Later.
All right, Mark.
5 to. See you later.
Later.
Good ball.
Oh, by the way, Dre, I stopped. I went 85 miles an hour on interstate last night to get to Jimmy John's before they closed. And I got that bourbon roast beef cheddar,
Yeah, I love you
smoked
get
cheddar.
that bourbon triple stack heart attack sandwich.
Yeah, it's bourbon, smoked cheddar, roast beef, bacon, lettuce, tomatoes, mayonnaise. Oh, was that good?
So you would
That's
recommend
Just
it?
by you telling me what's in it, I'm already full.
I'm gonna get one tomorrow. I'm gonna get one probably tomorrow, the turkey one,
Mm.
and I'm gonna get it cut in half and bring it to the game. Eat half of it before the game, half at halftime. Stick it in my pocket on the side.
Don, what are you typing in the chat?
No, we're making jokes about being alone in the universe.
That's what I thought. You talking about your wife and stuff. I'm like, don't let her walk in the room.
I did put up there somewhere. I'm just playing. My wife and I are very happy and contented, as far as I know.
Yeah, I saw that part, but after you already put the stuff about her leaving and stuff and everything else, I'm like, what is going
Well, yeah,
on?
we were talking about like a Doppler. So Doppler effect, like I saw red, but it was just a red shift of us growing apart, something like that. It's stupid physics, and then of course relativity. My wife left me so quickly. From my perspective, I thought she was being short. That would be a relativity joke.
Oh, I saw your moon picture there, Lance. Nice.
It's stupid.
Yeah, yours looks AI generated. Did you generate yours?
No,
No?
I
Okay.
took mine. You want to see the raw files?
That's going to be, I guess, the next question down the road where people say, is that a real picture or is it AI generated?
Well, just like my eclipse video, I put up a video of the eclipse and got lots of views on it. Nobody made one mention of the fact that I created it in After Effects.
Mm. So when's your first class start, Lance? I mean, it's 8:30. You guys should be in second period by now.
No, 907, 910, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You guys
we-
started at what, 7:45?
Yeah, we start late this year, and I don't like it. We switched with the junior high, with the middle schools, so we don't start.
I mean,
until
yeah, the
7:45.
normal time is 7:45, but you have prep period, so you're off this whole first period. Now I was
Yeah.
wondering when the second period started.
Yeah. So first period starts at 8:15
Oh,
and
okay,
goes
that's
until
why.
like
So,
9:10.
yeah, okay. I think my wife, they have late start on Mondays. Yeah, I was reading Cool Cat. I say, I'm sure the controversy will start within professional photography groups, and then
Yeah.
once it spans out from there, everybody start pointing fingers about, is that AI generator? Is that a real shot? Or there's no way you could took that picture with that camera conversation.
There'll be a few of those.
Yeah, you already see it in a few places.
Yeah.
But
What?
well,
is
I
that?
mean, that's what the big protest was, partly about the writer strike in Hollywood.
Yeah. And I now the gamers are on strike.
The what?
I guess the gamer actors are on strike.
Oh,
Did Justin on strike?
Yeah. They're on strike down in Hollywood because of AI. Because I mean, part of these games have real actors in the little video clips in between.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, and they're fighting, against the AI usage of their likeness and voiceovers and everything else. And what gets me, I just didn't know there were just so many unions within the industry, dude. I'm like, I thought you guys all belong to SAG or SAG-AFTRA, whatever it's called. And next you know, you got this union, that union. I'm like, y'all need to start consolidating this union stuff. It's kind of like you see on the news, somebody's always striking.
Okay. I just put a link in the chat.
Okay.
I can't figure out what this is. That's driving me crazy.
You're trying to figure out what the design is?
Yeah.
You need to look at it from the road. There's a bird soaring at the top skinny part of that. And there's a face. Okay, so it's a man with a bird soaring in the background. Looks like maybe Poseidon. If you turn your head.
Yeah, I see what you're seeing, Don.
And look. I can't see what the small section is up.
That's the Poseidon itself, the trident. Down at the bottom top right, the tip of the trident, the three prongs.
Yeah.
That he's holding. You see his arm come down.
Yeah, but the top.
The bottom.
Oh yeah, I see the trident. I'm looking at I'm looking at the other small section of green.
Okay, up top.
I can't figure out what that is, but down below, I'm pretty sure that's Poseidon.
Yeah.
And there's a bird flying back over his shoulder.
Yeah, I can go with that. Lance, we go back out right now and reshoot the top part. Get a true bird's eye shot over the top. Go about 700 feet up. Get both in the shot.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
Yeah,
700 feet.
Yep, about 700 feet up. You can get both of them in one shot.
And actually, I have one right over the top. Let me see if I can find it.
Well, I've turned this around, looking right over the top. No, it's a puzzle. It's the devil went down to Georgia. Yeah, I got a position where I'm looking straight down on it, and I can see the triton, I can see the bird on the other side, but the rest of it look jumbled up to me. Looks like a duck in the middle, maybe.
Shoot from the middle of whatever that road or river, whatever that is, right there between them, and get about 700 feet up and get a shot.
Yeah, go about 1,000 feet up. Why do just 700? You could be Philly.
Okay, so I just posted another one that I took. And I'll send you the link. Let's see. Here's the second one that's directly over the top.
Looks a little intestinal.
I save it.
I don't know, but they really carved out his nipples. Well, they did, didn't they?
So
I see the one. Yeah, I see the other one. That one on the bottom, yeah, it's pretty pronounced.
Yeah, and the other one is right where the trident comes through. So
Right, yeah, yeah. That
Is the
top one
trident the
now that I can
top?
see it,
the trident is aiming down towards the intersection.
Oh no, I know where it is, but I mean, is that the top of the picture? Do you think?
No, I think
No, I think
that
it's
is
side.
the tip of the trident is at the bottom right of the picture.
Okay. Bottom right.
So
Oh,
on the
now I
bottom
see
of
the
the
guy.
picture.
Now I see him. Yes.
yeah.
Now he's
Now
got a
look at the top
beard.
part here.
He's got a
It
beard
looks-
and a crown.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah,
I
There's
see
a bird
the
over his
bird.
shoulder.
Yeah.
Yep, I see the bird now. Okay.
Yeah, the first thing I saw was the bird, then I saw his face, and then it slowly started piecing together.
Yeah.
He got,
Okay,
he got
now
nipple
I see.
rings. Look.
What is the other one? The other one is
Hey, he's got a 6-pack too.
Yeah, I can't tell what the other one is from this perspective.
he does have a 6-pack.
Yep. Got a 6-pack,
Let's see.
chest, pierced nipples.
Yeah, look at it. Got nipple rings hanging.
I don't see any.
Well, they're off to the right. Look like I don't know what you call a bunch of grapes or whatever on a vine, possibly.
Maybe
Yeah.
I could
that might be
off
grapes.
that.
Yeah,
Could be grapes. But
Still
at the
circling,
very
yeah.
top corner there of it, it look like it's some kind of face. I just can't make it out.
Okay, so I put a link to their website, and they did a better picture than I did. And if you go to the corn maze, you'll see it looks like a gal with long flowing hair on the top right hand side. She's got a bikini top on. She's like a mermaid,
yep, I see it.
and she's holding
And
a
those are scales. What we thought were
Yeah,
grapes
scales.
are scales.
Grapes or scales. Yeah, from that position. Yeah, I see it now. Bikini top, the lower part scales. I guess
what's
you call
over
it
to the
flowing hair.
top. What's over to the top left? What is that? Water.
Top, like I think it's just somewhere hair flowing
Okay.
off to one side.
And what is she holding? Is she holding a corn
Looks-
stalk?
I was thinking seashell, but it might be corn.
Yeah, in our right hand. I guess we
Yeah.
left hand facing us.
Can't really tell. It's just.
Okay, cool. Now I know where to go back. I'm going to go back and fly next Wednesday with a buddy of mine, so I'll know to take off from this angle.
Mm-hmm.
Go clear across the cornfield because I took off over by if you look at this picture to the top left is where I took off, and I went straight up.
That's pretty interesting.
That's cool.
I wish we had stuff like that down here in Southern California, but I guess we have to do it with cactus.
Yeah.
Cactus or Joshua trees.
Yeah, you come out here to the Midwest and you would be amazed.
Throw it in there.
Is that maize or Maz?
Well, it's kind of funny that a corn maze is the Indian word for corn.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that
Yes.
coincidence? What is that?
That's why when you said that, I said, is Don trying to be clever here?
Don never tries to be clever. When Don tries to be clever, he makes mistakes.
I've been around you too long.
And I am. Let's see if I can show this one more time.
Well, she just walked by me. I smelled her. Let me go change the diaper.
There, window.
Yep, I can't wait for. Well, we got another one on the way.
Okay, so I'm parked right here. This is me,
Mm-hmm.
and I parked right outside. And the guy came in and parked right here, and then he came down and park here, unlock this, walk down here, unlock here. And I thought this is when he was going to talk to me, but then he just kept going. But I took off from right there, and
So where was the guy that was had the broken out window? Where was he at?
he was right here. He pulled in here and parked right there, and then he parked back in here, and then unlocked this gate, and then unlocked this gate, and then he drove. This is where all the workers are, is on this end. They parked.
Oh,
behind
so
him.
he was a worker there, huh?
He was a worker. Yep, he was a
Oh.
worker.
Okay.
But there you have it. Okay, cool. Unshare this. Stop sharing. Send this to my buddy who I'm going to meet on Wednesday. He kind of knows where to park because he said, "Where should we park?"
What are you doing home?
You guys are still on?
No.
Yeah.
Hey, Justin, how's the job?
Good. I'm on lunch break right now. So.
You throw anybody up against the back seat yet?
No, I'm not actually with students at all. I'm in training, so.
That's what
I
I
just
mean.
realized it's been a
Some of
long
your-
time since
some
we've
of
seen
your
Justin's
coworkers.
face.
The guy training you, did you get sick of him yet? Throw him up against the back seat?
No,
No.
I think he learned how to do lip locking with the CPR dummy.
I already finished that. I passed that course. But I already had a certification for that, and they made me retake it anyway.
Yeah.
So.
They made him retake it, and they didn't let him use a dummy. They made him just. They made him use Frank.
Well, I'm gonna get off, gents. I'm gonna get me something to eat. A little brunch this morning. I went to the gym earlier, and I'm a little hungry. And I don't want to become hangry. So I will see you gentlemen possibly this afternoon.
Okay.
Later.
See you, Dre.
It is nice down here today, though. It was 51 when I woke up.
All right.
I heard Justin's voice. How's it going?
That's going.
Are you at school?
No, I'm on my lunch break at the bus yard.
Ah. So what do you want, break?
Yeah, I'm on lunch break till
Okay.
12:40. He gives us a long lunch. We're supposed to get an hour, but he gives us like an hour and 20 minutes every day. So. Well, we had to do learning how to strap in car seats today, which I already know how to do. So.
Do they have car seats on buses?
Yeah, because they have this program here for the schools, the high schools. If under like a teenage girl had a kid, they can actually take their kid with them to school. And then there's daycare at the school for the children while the high school student is doing their schooling. So they actually can ride the bus with their infant to and from school. I didn't know that was a thing. I had no idea. I mean, I guess that's a kind of cool. I mean, I don't know. So they get free daycare through the school, so. It's really
I know
nice
that
out today.
Donald's really good at daycare.
It's really nice out today, though.
You said that once already. Are you sure you didn't get slapped around?
No, we don't get very many nice days down here. It's always hot.
Gotcha.
I don't get to wear my sweater very often.
Boy, this guy's got some nipples on him.
What?
Oh,
Beside-
you missed my 360 shot that I took at the corn maze. Da-da.
Yeah, Lance went out and flew a cornfield today.
I had those two cops drive by me, and then another cop as I was putting everything away. I thought maybe that third guy was gonna throw me up against the car.
Yeah, I'm not actually driving the bus though, Michael. I just ride on the bus.
Ask him if he can drive it sometime. Just, nonchalant.
Dude, the difference in pay is not worth the hassle of being a bus driver. I'm sorry. It's only $3 difference in pay. And it's just not worth the amount of paperwork and shit they have to do every day. If it was like a $5 to $8 difference, it would be worth it. But $3 ain't worth all the extra crap they have to do. Because the attendants don't have to do half of what the bus drivers do.
So Lance, I didn't hear, did they call the police on you today?
No, not yet. But they may be knocking at my school door here pretty soon because they got my license plate.
Well, who turned you in?
Joe?
Joe did that for you?
Yeah.
Sounds like something Joe would do to sniveling shit.
Oh, what happened?
We're teasing. When I was parked in the parking lot waiting to fly my drone because I was there 45 minutes early before sunrise, I saw a couple cops drive by, and then another cop eventually drove by. Yeah, but they weren't looking for me; they were just driving by.
What you talking about, Willis? I didn't turn you in. Dre did.
Oh, that Dre.
Yeah, it was a pretty good diving hunt.
Yeah, here, Michael, apparently it's a federal law. They have to have an attendant on the bus if there's any kids with special needs. There has to be an attendant.
What if the attendant has special needs?
I guess you have to have an attendant for the attendant. I don't fucking know.
No, not right now.
Yeah, I'm the attendant. Shut up! It's my peanut butter sandwich.
Maybe.
Let me see if I can get this damn thing to fly indoors. I'd be flying it right now.
Why can't you fly indoors?
I don't know. It's like going in Addy mode. As soon as it goes up, it lands on me, and it goes out of control on me. Happened to the other day too. To Lon, and he I don't know what he did, but I think it was Flying Flynn was on. It was either John Flynn or Michael Wright, that said that his fly is indoors fine. So I don't know if I got to check the settings or see what's going on. But I didn't have, I had maybe one satellite, so I'm thinking that's it. But the sensor should have picked up something, and it was bright enough in here that it shouldn't have just took off and landed, you know?
Well, yeah, and you're in a 3-story apartment building in the 2nd floor, so yeah, you might not be getting good enough satellites.
Yeah, it could be the whole thing. Yeah, I'll turn it on and give it a couple seconds, see if I get some satellites. Because I do that with the Mini 3 Pro. If I leave it sit for a while, I'll get 6 or 7 satellites, you know?
Well,
I'm
that's
thinking
the
I
thing.
get 6 or 7, it should work. Hey.
Well, see, and I would say the difference between that and like a little cheapy toy drone of how it hovers is because you can do the little trims on it and trim it to stabilize it. Where that I don't think has that kind of settings to it. So it relies
the
on the
sensors are supposed to give you that. That's what they're talking about. The sensors were supposed to do it.
Yeah, but doesn't it only have bottom sensors?
Yeah. I'll figure it out because I'm not.
Can fly fine indoors, so and then I don't even think it doesn't do satellites.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. There's got to be something on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that exactly works. I'm just guessing here, but yeah, that seems a little weird.
I got the controller coming in today, so I'm gonna try it with the controller, see what that does.
Because I wonder if it's solely relying on the satellites for stabilization.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If it is, I don't think it's. From what I got to go back and look at specs because they were saying that it flies better indoors because of the fact that it has the bottom sensors are doing that.
Well, unless there's some kind of update. So. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering if he's got some different firmware on his than your guys's, and you just don't realize it. I don't know.
The latest one.
Well, that one guy that you said could fly indoors, did you compare his firmware with yours to see if it was the same one?
I'll contact him.
Because he might have like an earlier, maybe he hasn't updated his yet. Maybe his is working on an older one.
Where are you getting these?
Hey, Joe, on my Air 3S, a warning popped up on my screen today that says something about your rear sensors are not operating or something. Is that a calibration thing or what?
When you turn it on, look in the bottom and see if you need to calibrate. It's a sensor error. That's what it is. It's an IMU error.
It should tell you whether you need to do one or not.
Yeah, but if it's a sensor thing, it might be an IMU error. Just redo that and then see what happens in there.
Because I couldn't mess with it when I was in the air, you know?
Well, that's what I'm saying, Michael. He said he was only getting one indoors, which would kind of make sense a little bit in his, because he's in a 3-story and he's only on the 2nd story. So it just might not have a strong enough, maybe the receiver for the satellites isn't as strong as the ones in the bigger drones. Maybe it's because you can put one of your other drones up in your house and get pretty good satellites, right, Joe?
Joe?
Joe,
he's on the phone.
Now, like I said, maybe that thing is only relying on the satellites for stabilization, which that wouldn't be really good to be claiming it's good for indoors at that point. The only other thing I could say he could try, because if he's on the latest firmware and it's not working, the only thing Joe could really do is just try to do all the calibrations on it. Like anything that he can calibrate do a fresh calibration and see if that fixes it. Other than that, there's really nothing else he can do about that. It is what it is at the end of the day. Bro, just because you're delivering for AutoZone, don't give you a right to park in the handicap spot. Fucking prickhead. Fucking dickhead. I can't fucking stand people like that.
Well, the world is full of them.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Michael, is like the Tello, as far as I remember, doesn't have any trim settings, and it doesn't rely on satellite. It doesn't even have satellite connection. It just connects to your Bluetooth or your Wi-Fi on your phone. And all it has is downward sensors. It flies fine indoors. And it's really stable, so I don't know. Probably just a firmware thing. I'm sure they'll fix it at some point. But that's what happens when you're the first people to get them, though. You're going to run into issues like that. That's why I always like waiting at least 3 or 4 months after something comes out. Give it anywhere between a 3 to 6 month buffer period. Let them work all the kinks out and then buy whatever it is. But if somebody else's drone is working fine, his isn't, the only thing I can think of is either the firmware is different or they have a bad batch of drones that aren't working the way they should be. Because
Well,
if they're on the
Lions is giving
same,
them problems too.
well, what I'm saying is if yours and the other guys that you said wasn't having a problem, if you guys are both on the same firmware, then there may be a bad batch of drones with some kind of malfunction in them somewhere. Or if he happens to be on an older firmware, you're on the latest, that might be your reasoning why it's not working.
Joe, which
that-
one should I calibrate? The compass or the IMU?
Do both of
IMU.
them. Wouldn't hurt you to do both. But you think,
Thank you,
Joe,
guys. I'm out
Joe,
of here.
Joe-
My kids are about to come in. You guys have a good day.
later, Lance.
Hey, Lance.
So, Joe, do your other drones pick up a lot of satellites inside? Is he back off the computer again? Damn it. Joe, are you there?
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay, so do your other drones pick up satellites fine enough? Oh, no, he muted himself. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm getting talked to two ways. What about the satellites?
I said, do your bigger drones pick up satellites fine in your house?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that receiver's just a lot smaller then. Might not be
Yeah, I
as
think that's
powerful.
what it is.
You being on the second floor of a third-story building, you're probably getting a lot of interference.
See, when my daughter calls, she wants to talk to her, and then when I tell her here, she cries and walks off. So it's better for her not to call. Come here. Come here. Now she's gonna be in a bad mood for a little while. You get over it. Wait till she starts going to daycare for 6 hours a day, 7 hours a day. She don't even have me around. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking it's just I get the satellites, but it's if I have it on my desk, I won't get the satellites. If I move it closer to the outside, I'll get the satellites. But that's what I'm wondering if I'm going to lose the satellites if I fly back towards me. You know. Stop crying.
Probably.
Yeah.
No need to cry. I'm good milk.
Well, the sad part about it is, Joe, until you get used to it, and I'm the same way. I'm still playing with the Neo, but everybody's having a great time with it. But I've got to learn how it operates versus how I'm used to operating.
Well, I'm having fun with it when I go outside with it, but it's like, but if I'm gonna go outside to fly, I'd rather bring the Avata 2 or something like that. So it's like the main reason I want it is for inside.
Yeah.
Well, they might be able to fix things with firmware update if that's the issue.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about it right now. It's not like
Well,
it's
like
a
I said,
$1,500 drone, you know.
Well, the thing is, too, it's like anything else. You guys got it. You guys got the first batch of them, so you
Yeah.
have to deal with all the glitches and shit until they work
Yep.
them out.
Yeah, and it might be completely different when I hook it up to the controller, you know. But when I try to do the autonomous modes also, it would well, as soon as I started, it's saying something about the area, the flying area. I gotta try to hear it when it says it. So it might not be an optimum area to fly according to its sensors, you know. But I'll see. Yeah, the only other thing, you did both calibrations, right there, Paul?
Yeah.
I'd do both of them and then see again. If it gives it to you again, then I'd contact DJI and ask them about it because they may say the sensors are going bad. Because the sensors do go bad on it.
Well, when I turned it on now, it didn't show any errors.
And now when you get out there, the metal might do that to you. It could be something about the metal. Because you get crazy sensor. Like I said, when I was flying, what was it? The regular Avata out by Fontainebleau Park, they have a big metal structure. It's a big metal art piece. And when I started flying by it, I noticed it started to pull away from it, like it was avoiding it. And it doesn't have any avoidance sensors. So when I went to fly through it, I flew through it. As soon as I got through it, it just all of a sudden took off. It might be magnetic or something. But it took off to the right, hit the thing, and went flying in the air, you know. I wound up on the cement with it. I had to do a walk of shame. But it was like, but I was flying. I looked at the flight. I didn't change to anything else. It did it on its own. So the metal did affect it.
Yeah.
That's why I was always worried about going through that tugboat, you know.
not an art piece. It's a secret government antenna that you're flying by.
Yeah. Could have been. Could have been an alien antenna. Yep.
So Justin, what are you doing? Sitting in your car out in the parking lot?
Yeah. I'm actually across the street. I went to
Pulling
go
a
get-
JD, huh? Not a JD, a TJ.
Yeah, TJ. Yeah, Paul, I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna take care of her for a little while.
Okay.
And I'll be on later today for a little bit.
All right.
I got about an hour before I have to go.
All right. Joe, take care. We'll see you later.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't sit inside there during lunch because their seats are extremely uncomfortable.
Well, I've never seen any chairs in any school that's comfortable anyway.
Well, they have these office chairs, but they're kind of cheaper ones, and they almost make you feel like you're leaning forward when you're sitting in them, and I fucking hate them.
They don't have any adjustments on them?
No, not. I mean, you can lean back in it, but if you're sitting straight up, it feels like you're leaning out of the chair, and they're very uncomfortable. Your ass, and there's like hardly any padding, so your ass is like sore as hell after about 3 hours of it.
Hey.
And then one of our tests was we had to unload 2 wheelchairs in 3 minutes. I did it in 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the dot.
Ah.
It's always fun using stock video and then having to go back in and dirty it up to make it look like it was shot locally.
What do you mean, like downgrade it to make it look less professional? What you're saying?
Take a look at input. Let's see, try.
Why do you have to downgrade it, Donald?
Do what? It's supposed to be kind of a.
I said, why do you have to downgrade it?
It's supposed to be kind of a homey type feeling, and I'm mixing it with some old home movies. I'm mixing it with just generic like local family shots, and it's a little too. It's a little well. It just screams stock footage instead of natural footage.
Yeah, okay.
And what I think I'm going to do, and it's also, you go to these stock footage sites and they think slow-mo is the best for everything, so then you have try and find out what the actual speed of the clip was, and bring it back to real time footage. Real slow-mo everything else, but there's just certain things about stock footage that just scream stock footage. So let's set you down to, let's say, let's do 125. How's that? I think that was the correct frame rate. Actually, that helped a lot. Let's see if I can match it, color match it to that next shot, because that was very saturated.
Well, I think I'm gonna call it.
All right. Catch y'all later.
Okay, Justin, hey, behave yourself today. We'll talk to you tonight.
All right. I'll see you later.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye, Donald.
But